This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready? Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform
Or ask your smart speaker
to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
All right, hello. Oh, look at me. I'm only 3/4. There we go. A quick play and I get big. Welcome along. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, goodbye. Hello. Welcome to you wherever in the world you are. It's great to see you. Can we get back to winning ways today? That is the question. Obviously, last time out, Leeds did us, and deservedly so, I think. We've got Middlesbrough today. Ooh, could go either way. They've had a bit of an up and down season of old Middlesbrough, so we'll see how we get on with those. I'm just waiting for a couple of my co-hosts to join me. One's having a shit, one's probably hungover, so I don't know when he will be coming in. But hey, it's match day. Anything can happen. What I do ask you to do, though, is if you can do what it says there at the bottom, I would be really, really grateful. Please like the video. It really does help the channel. It gets us seen in places we want to be seen and places that we're normally not seen. Share it if you want, can do. Join in the comments, but subscribe is the main thing, and you do have to subscribe to actually chat. Don't subscribe and then disappear. You don't know what you're missing. And notified, click that notification bell and you will never miss another show. It's the last one for a week. We've got a quiz coming up next week. We've got Neil joining us Wednesday, hopefully at 7 to join in the quiz. The Leicester Big Fat Leicester quiz. Looking forward to that. Couldn't make it last time because he was ill. Well, I was ill, in fact. I'm going to say a few good evenings, good afternoons, good mornings, etc. I want to say hello, first of all, to Scott. Scott, hello, sir. You are a gentleman. It says in my script. But thank you. He's become a member. It is $1.99 a month. That is all to become a member. We're going to get going a little bit better. I haven't really sort of been. I've had sort of other things on my mind, family and jobs and what have you. But we're going to get going and include a bit more. We're going to do some more quizzes for members only, and of course, you can come on the show. All you need to do is become a member. Either look out for the invitation or message me on X. It's now isn't it? At Leicester TID. And we'll have a chat. I'll follow you back if you're not following already. And we'll get you on the show. You have to be able to come on the camera, though. That is the only thing. But Scott, he's going to do his hair. And then we'll get him on a show, obviously, after the international break. So, Scott, thank you so very much, young man. Like I say, you are a gentleman. I'm presuming you're young. I'm old, so I'm guessing you are young. Compared to me, I think most people are young. But good afternoon to you. Let's say a few other hellos. There we go. Just confirming he's got to do his hair. Gray is in. Gray, hello. What's the colour of my hair? I'll tell you what little I've got left. How are you, Gray? Welcome along, sir. Also a member, nice to see you. Highfield, who's again also a member, if I can find him. He's disappeared. Where have you gone? There you are. Good afternoon to you, Highfields. Where are you today? Are you in the land of where you should be, or are you somewhere around the country? Nate is in from America, all the way from America. I always want to start singing that. Gray and everybody saying hello to everybody else, I think. Got my red retro shirt. There's a new red retro one. Is that the one you've got, the new one? Send me a picture, Gray, because I want to see what it looks like. I haven't actually got that red retro one yet. It's either that or the orange one. I've got a retro one that is red. You're an oldie. 32. Oh, you're a baby. You're a baby, sir. That's what you are. Matthew is in as well. Another member. Good evening, Matthew. How are you? Right. Well, I tell you what. Let's get one of my guests in. He was having a shit earlier, but I do believe now that he has cleared the bowels. The kids have been dropped off at the swimming pool. He's done all his necessary. Hopefully, he's washed his hands. But I've got to be honest with you. You know what these Australians are like, don't you? Hands washed, Luke. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, mate, I've taken the kids to the pool 3 times today. Soon as we should may as well let everyone know. I can hear you, mate.
That tie wasn't very good on the way out then, was it? Hope it was nicer on the way in.
Yeah, it definitely was, mate. I'm burning right now. I'm squirming.
Sit on a cushion. It will give you some relief. I think we've got a little bit of a time delay, which isn't surprising. He's at the other side of the world. Let's hope we can come back today, mate? Or not? I think you might be having difficulty hearing me.
Yeah, it's a bit frozen, mate. Give me 2 minutes, mate. I'll jump back out and I'll come back in if that's all right.
Yeah, of course it is. Not so bad. No, you do that. We'll speak to Luke in a few minutes. But we do need to come back. That's the thing. We didn't do so well last time out. It's Middlesbrough. Michael Carrick's boys are coming to town. I spoke to the Middlesbrough fan the other night. Yeah, he was not overconfident, but I think that, like he said, he's not overconfident because nobody's really overconfident coming to Leicester, and that's probably, I mean, that's good for us, I guess, you know. But let's just have a look. I'm just going to change my glasses. I realised I got the wrong pair on. Does anybody watch Mark Goldbridge on YouTube? I was watching him the other day, and he had to stand up to celebrate. And I have to say, I'm really pleased that I'm not the only one that wears pajama bottoms. He does as well. So I'm pleased about that. It is the watch along. I have to say a couple of rules, but the main one is that obviously 2 main ones. Stay polite with everybody else. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Unless you're Boris, then you're just a pain in the arse. But also, no spoilers. When we get to the match live, any spoilers, any of the mods that are in, or me if I see you, and you'll just be banned straight away. No second warnings. You wait for me to say it. We're all at different times, so we're all watching. You know, I might be at minute 5, somebody else might be at minute 7, somebody's at minute 4. We go along to my time, and if you put something in the chat before I announce it, you will be royally kicked out. And please don't come in the chat afterwards and go, "Oh, there's been three people that I'm not watching the screen. I'm watching the football, so I can commentate on it." So if you're going to come on and sort of say, "Well, he did it and he did it," you're going to have to name names. Hi, Fields. He's in Essex today. Well, never mind, sir. How are your... that tell what, that witness protection program, that's got you moving all around the country, isn't it? It really has. Paul, yeah, you're in Brazil. I saw your message on Tube the other day. Not that I'm jealous at all, but you're nice and enjoying Copacabana Beach. Is it down there in Brazil? It's the new retro. Send me a picture, mate. Send me a picture. I don't mean a dick pic. I mean, send me a picture of you in the red shirt. It's 11:30 in Brazil. No, I can't stand Goldbridge. He came up on my TikTok. He stood up and he had his BJ bottoms on. I thought, not just me. Right, let's try it up. Here he is. He's late. He's probably hungover. He was out. Well, when I say hungover, he had a couple of shandies last night, and he can't really take much. Once you get him off the communion wine, then really he's anybody's for a night out. Brad, hello, sir. Let's hope we have more luck with you than we do with Luke. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thanks. You can blame Tottenham Wolves game for me being late. I got really engrossed in it, watching it with me dad. No hangover, but watching Tottenham fall apart in stoppage time is always fun.
Well, Scott's just put ha Spurs, so I'm guessing that Spurs lost, did they?
Yes, 2 goals in stoppage time for Wolves. Wolves won 2-1. So
it couldn't happen to a nicer team, could it?
No, it couldn't. And to be honest with you, Wolves made them look average. So it's all going wrong for Postecoglou. Him.
Yes, indeed it is. But did they manage to keep 11 players on the pitch?
They did this time. They tried their best to get players sent off, mind you, with some of the tackles that went flying in. But they managed to keep 11 men on it. So he hasn't got that excuse today.
No. Right. Well, let's jump straight into it. I'm just saying, I'm not sure about this. We'll come to score predictions later, and we did ours. Oh, what score was the Sunderland-Birmingham game? It was 1-1 when I left it.
I saw it at 3-1 to Sunderland.
Oh. Yeah, it was. It finished 3-1 to Sunderland.
It finished 3-1, has it? So that means
we both got a point, sir.
Yeah, because I went 4-0. What did I tell you? Every time I seem to go 4-0, there's 4 goals in it.
Yeah. I went 2-1. Bloody Birmingham. Bloody Rooney. Why didn't he get on in goal? He's big enough. He could have blocked the goal at 2-1 down.
And neither of us got a point from last night's game because Preston upset the odds, didn't they?
They did. Yes. So nobody did do well there. Oh, and Madison apparently is out for months. So anyway, I'm just going to put this up while I bring the team details up because I'm not sure. Because obviously we have got Middlesbrough. It is away from home, but then our Middlesbrough, our away form is better. But there is the team there. So it's Hermansen. Chowdhury comes back in. Faz, Vestergaard, Justin, Ricardo. Winks and Dewsbury Hall still playing. McAteer is back in with Mavididi and Iheanacho. So no place for Fatawu in this one.
Which is strange because the lineup shows Fatawu on the team.
Does it?
Yeah, the lineup is a picture of Fatawu and him on the lineup.
Oh, it hasn't updated.
Yeah, because you put the Leeds one up, mate.
Yeah, I have. I tell you why, because that one, you see, there's the Leeds one, so we can compare it. Right. Well, from what you've just heard, tell me what you think of the team.
I mean, McAteer's back in.
Are you surprised at Fatawu not being?
I am a little bit because I don't know. Maybe Fatawu can't play on the left because. If I'm being honest, Mavididi the last couple of games has gone off the boil just a little bit. I mean, it's a left-sided issue we've had for a while with our left wingers. They seem to go off the boil for a couple of games, or maybe it's because he's such a threat that he gets doubled up on. So maybe it's because he doesn't have the ability to put Fatawu on the left and and McAteer on the right, or vice versa. But I'm a little bit surprised that Fatawu's been dropped, because I think he's been one of our standout players in the last 2 or 3 games, whilst McAteer's not been there. Any other surprises?
I don't know what's going wrong with this today. It's not doing what it should be doing. I actually, when I was coming into the just lining up the TV and everything, I saw Ward walking down the tunnel, which worried me a little bit. But right, let's just go back and let's just see. Oh, for bloody hell's sake! Look, I tell you what, let's bring Luke in while we're talking. Luke, talk while I try and sort my bits out. I know, because you were sorting your bits out earlier after your tie. Hopefully you can hear me now.
It would help if I could see him.
Hello? Earth calling Luke. No, he's gone again. Right. You carry on talking, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a strong lineup, whatever we put out. Really, it gets talked about a lot by opposition fans about our quality and strength and depth. So I'm not really looking at the team going, oh God, that's got some scary people in there I don't want to see playing for us. Certainly not. It's going to be a tough game. It does look a little bit more like he's setting up for a defensive first half with Chowdhury and Winks in there. Because obviously Ricardo's at the right back, so inverted wing back, whatever you want to call him. It looks like we're trying to compact that middle with some reassurance and allow maybe the attacking side to be a side of things to be a bit more free. Look, in Enzo we trust. 2 out of 15 isn't, 2 defeats in 15 games isn't anything to be sniffed at. So I'm not going to start raising an eyebrow to his lineup and choices.
Well, are we? Because we were saying how Rodgers-esque he was last week.
Yeah, it was a bit strange how he started to say, "Oh, we didn't have anything to change it up to. It was only going to be like for like." And you look at these 2 subs that he made, and it was like, well, they were like for like. What would have been wrong with that? Maybe that's a sign that you need to stop making like for like changes and maybe go, okay, I need to put these players on, so I'm going to change to this. It's the one thing I thought we had sorted with Enzo, but maybe we don't. Maybe we are still a one tactic team, which does offer a little bit of concern in going forward. So I don't know, but we've got I believe we've got 3 strikers on the bench, haven't we? I think we've got Vardy, Daka, and Tom Cannon, which is good to see. Hopefully today the game plays out enough for Tom Cannon to at least get on for 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. I mean, why we've got Daka on, I don't know. He just seems to, be there to make the numbers up. But yeah, finally got it up there. Apologies about that, guys. Phil's in. Hi, Phil. How are you? Nate's got to go. Goodbye, Nate. Take care, buddy. Hope you will be okay. And have a good day and have a safe day, whatever you're doing. Luke, really sorry, guys. You have problems with your laptops, you see. This is it. When you're big down under, you've got to be careful with how things are working. And I know he had his problems the other day. So no problem, Luke. No problem, mate. So you've got Stolchik, Cody, Sutar, Cassidy, Albrighton. Fatu is on the bench, so maybe it is tactical. Good to see Cannon. I must admit, I'm a bit anti-Cannon because I'm in Greenpeace. No. I'm a bit anti-Cannon because I think, why have we signed somebody that's injured? But let's give the guy a chance. He was injured. It wasn't his fault. We signed him. We made him an offer when he was injured. He could possibly still do it.
Yeah, again, you don't like to prejudge. Oh, he's in. Just as he messaged me saying, "Tell Chris not to add me," he jumps in anyway. So that.
I added him. I saw him come up. Sorry.
I'm really sorry, guys. I think it's working all right now. I'm right. Sorry, bro. I was just saying that I just wanted. It keeps freezing as I join, so I just wanted to wait a few minutes, but it seems to be working now. So sorry about that.
Well, when everything's upside down, it's hard to work it out, isn't it?
Did that joke went over his head or upside down his head?
I think it did. He's been out with the sheep too much. That's what it is. Basically, I think he's been nipping to the toilet. He had a tie last night, and I don't think it's agreed with him. Luke, while we've got you, while it's working, your thoughts on the team?
The only one I'm surprised about, so we talked about this the other day, but Chowdhury is the one that I didn't expect to see. And by the looks of the rest of the lineup, it looks like he's going to be taking Cassaday's role, possibly in a more defensive-minded. I'm not entirely sure. So what do you guys think?
Well, for me, Cassidy didn't have a good game against Leeds. And maybe, we need a defensive midfielder in there because you've got Dewsbury Hall, who likes to go forward. Ricardo, obviously, he's all about the place. What about you, Brad?
It's just one of them things that we're going to have to deal with. We'll see how we go about it on the pitch to how it's going to affect it. I think personally Chowdhury is the sort of person who'll marshal the line in between the midfield and the defence. I never have seen him be too much of an attacking threat. So I don't think he comes in for Cassidy's role. I think he's just a reassurance in that middle to maybe free up Ricardo a little bit, because I feel like with this inverted winger style that he's trying to get Ricardo to play, whilst he can do it to a degree, I think we have lacked a little bit of overlap from him in certain situations because he's had to stay back, and I feel like maybe he's coming to that, Chowdhury holds up in that middle to allow Ricardo that free roam might be the way he's thinking of going. I think I can't remember if the person who was on our preview show, and apologies, I forgot his name. That sounds horrible, but did the previous show said they're a little bit weak down the wings, so maybe he's thinking if we get Justin and Ricardo running at them, I need to make sure there's somebody else in that middle alongside Winks just to give us an option and an outlet. So, yeah, I'm not sure if it's for Cassaday. I feel like it's potentially more for Ndidi, although I know Ndidi likes to go on the charge up front, but he's very more defensive-minded first, isn't he?
I don't have a problem with Chowdhury. I've always liked Chowdhury. I think he's now got that sort of red card that we always thought he had in him every game. He's sort of getting over that now. But he is that, for me, he's that midfield enforcer. And I know that Winks, he's quite happy to put his boot in as well. Look how many yellow cards he's had. But I don't know. I think it's just good to have somebody in there that's going to say, hey, you want to start, bring it on, sort of thing. Would you agree, Luke?
Yeah, absolutely. You need someone like that in the team, that's going to absolutely put a crunching tackle in someone, especially like the one he put on Somerville. I think Brad's 100% of the money. Probably I should have thought of that. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense having Ricardo further up the pitch than Hamza. So we have seen Hamza take that role, but it is interesting that Cassaday doesn't get a start at all. So I didn't think he played good either, but yeah, punished.
Yeah. Luke, give me your thoughts. We were just talking about this before when you were doing your hokey cokey, in and out. Daka, is it worth having him on the bench?
No. And
I'd sooner see Marcel or somebody like that on the bench, because Daka's going in January, obviously,
He should have been gone already, to be honest with you. But I don't think anyone really come in for him for that much. And we're a bit difficult with negotiations. I don't know. But for me, he frustrates me. He's the opposite of my love child, to be honest with you.
I mean, I thought when we signed him, Brad, that because we could have had Edouard and he went to Palace, and we know he started off so well, but are we seeing another Iheanacho here where he's not getting the chance to show what he wants to do when we first signed him?
I think we are a little bit, because I've always kind of liked Daka. We saw what his potential of, and we saw glimpses of it, and it isn't too dissimilar to how Iheanacho's career started with us. And whether I like to say this or not, and spoiler alert, I don't like to say this, whilst it still looms over the possibility that we may have to play football without Iheanacho in our team, and I'm going to have to start supporting someone else when that happens, I'm afraid. But maybe we need to be, and this is going to what I said about us having a plan B. Maybe we need to be going into a style of play that suits the 4 strikers we've got now. Now Tom Cannon's back and available. We have got Daka, whether he's going to be here for a long time, the rest of the season, or he's gone in January. I think you're still going to go out and get another one in anyway, because you want 4 strikers. Maybe this is the time to kind of mix things up a bit. I know, you say don't really do anything while there's an international break coming up. So maybe it's something they can work on over the next 2 weeks on the training ground. But there was such potential in him. And he scored some good goals. He hasn't scored like scruffy tap-ins or anything like that. He scored some good goals for us when he scored them. And I think he is like Iheanacho in a way. I think he's a player that needs consistency and he needs confidence, And I think if you were to find a way to go, okay, we play 2 up front and play him regularly, yes, it'd be a bit frustrating for the first 4 or 5 games. So I do think you would find the goals that are in him. But I don't know, maybe that's because I prefer, I don't mind it, Daka, and I want to see him succeed. I don't know. I'm not saying anyone doesn't want to see him succeed, but you know what I mean.
You just don't want him to replace Iheanacho. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to just bring this up quickly now. Get your score predictions in, guys, because we are actually nearer to the kickoff than I thought we were. I've gone 3-1. Brad and, if I remember rightly, Luke have both gone 4-0. Are you two? Well, come to you first, Luke. Are you that confident? I know you go for it every week in the hope.
No, I think with the way that they play, suits us perfectly. I think this is going to be one of the first thrashings that we see. Touch wood, kiss of death. Blame me.
And I just want to say, Brad, my jokes may be bad, but at least I get them right. Phil, I was trying to read this and thinking, what might the grandpa who ate thinking it was yogurt has died, and I think he meant paint there. I think you missed the word paint out because you've got thinking of him and his family at this emotional time. I was looking at that for 5 minutes thinking, what the hell is Phil on about? Are you having the same problem as Luke with the tie? And the fact that it was coming out. Brad, you confident you've gone 4-0? I mean, I know your predictions aren't the stuff of legend this season, but...
Yeah, I do, because I've kind of echoed the same thing as Luke in a way, because we have had a few games this season, most notably, and I'm going to mention them because they're 2 teams that were expected to be up there this season. After one notably Southampton, because they're expected to be up there like Leicester and Leeds are, and they are just about in there now. And Blackburn. They said, we're going to come up Leicester, we're going to threaten Leicester, we're going to not let them play football, we're going to do our best to close them down. And again, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because it's really understandable, because it's very difficult when you've got 2 teams like Leeds and Leicester that have the extra quality, have the Premier League quality in their squad from coming down, and they've kept hold of some very key players both sets of teams have. To be able to do it at a tempo and actually and stick at it. You look at the Blackburn game, that wasn't a 4-1 game, Chris. I think we said that. It wasn't a 4-1 game, but Leicester just broke Blackburn down, and once they started scoring, it was very difficult for Blackburn to stop us. And Southampton, that probably was a 4-1 game, to be honest with you. That was a game I think we really controlled. And I think Middlesbrough might just do the same. Now, they could cause us an upset here. I'm not ruling out the possibility of a draw, but I'm still very confident that we will win. And if they could win 4-0, I'll be doing backflips, because I'll actually get a correct score to put next to me and some points on the board.
Well, Luke hasn't got it right with the 4-0 this season. So if you two do, I might have to do a Gary Lineker and appear in my underpants. No,
oh God, don't want to do that.
Fingers crossed, so it isn't going to happen. Gray, I think, has been drinking. He said he thinks Iheanacho will be played today. Well, he's in the starting 11, so hopefully he will be great. Yes, because otherwise we're going to be playing with 10 men. But I'll have a pint of whatever you're on there. Scott's gone 4-1. Whoa, that's brave, Scott. Going that close to what Brad said. Matthew is in. Hello, Matthew. He has gone 3-1. I'm just looking because who have Ipswich got today? Ipswich have got Swansea. What did we do with that one?
Ipswich, Swansea. Ipswich. I went for a draw and you've gone 2-0 Ipswich. I've got 1-1.
I mean, let's hope we're both wrong and Swansea can do us a favour.
Yeah. Although obviously, we always say though, Chris, as long as we do our job, it's a bonus if Ipswich drop points, isn't it? We shouldn't be going into today's game thinking, "Oh, Ipswich, please don't win the game." We should be going in there going, "Okay, we do our job, but up to Ipswich to do theirs," sort of thing. It's we don't want to be getting into a situation where we were over the weekend, weren't we, Chris? Because we lost to Leeds, and all of a sudden we realised, Ipswich have Birmingham and Rotherham, and on paper that's 6 points. But like Brian Clough once said, unfortunately for them, football isn't played on paper; it's played on grass. And when they went to the turf, they couldn't get anything more than a point off them. So, yeah, it's an opportunity for Leicester to re-establish themselves in cement themselves and get some a bit more daylight between them and third and fourth if results go our way. But essentially, we just have to concentrate on ourselves. It means nothing if we don't win.
No, Leeds have got Plymouth.
Come on, Plymouth.
Yeah. I mean, as it stands, we're still 11 points ahead of them. It's a nice gap to have, isn't it?
It is. So if there's going to be like that dip in the season or a form slump at any time, not that I want it, not that I do ever want to have one, but if there's going to be time to have one, now's the time because we have that gap, that 11-point gap. I would rather extend it, but fortunately, due to the start of the season we've got a little bit of leeway, but let's not get complacent.
No. And just for anybody who wasn't in, because we did do the show early yesterday, and thanks to Brad for being able to fit that in, because he had things to do later on at night. That's the table. Sorry, Brad. But that's the prediction table. Luke, I've challenged you, and you haven't taken up the challenge yet, I don't think. Join, and we'll let you join. We'll try and get Dave in as well, so you two can have a little bit of a battle. But there's only 16 games played after today. You've got plenty of time to catch Brad up.
Yeah.
He's gone again.
I think I'll leave it out until next season.
Chicken. These Australians think they'll have all the strength of a kangaroo.
I'm in tomorrow.
He's in now, see?
4-0 tonight, I'm in. My score prediction
challenging
I'll be in if we win 4-0.
Yeah, challenging Oz's ego, Chris. That's all I need to do.
Well, he's in. We're just going to get Dave in now. That will be interesting. You see, I just like stabbing Brad in the back because he was such a bloody pain in the arse the last 2 seasons when he won it, and he came from behind to take the lead from me one season, if I remember, Brad.
I did. And I made sure I won it on the last day last season as well when I was sitting top. Steve and Chris were begging me to do a Spurs and I didn't. So I'm just Premier League champion. This championship thing, I'm a charitable person. If nothing else, I'm kind of giving. So I said to myself, I could win this. It's a championship. It's easy to predict this championship malarkey, but I'll be nice and I'll let everybody think that I've lost my magic Midas touch. And then when Leicester are back in the Premiership and we're doing it again, that's when you're all in trouble.
All I will say, Brad, is you'll be in League One next season, so we won't have to worry about you.
Yeah. Thank God thank God we're not working it like that. Could you imagine? I would be in trouble trying to predict Bristol Rovers, Shrewsbury.
Guys, get over and check out LTID TV 2. That's the channel that Brad runs for us. Women's football and competitions on there. And check out Leicester City Down Under, which is Luke's channel, which he just started. So get over there and give him your support as well. Guys, I will see you at half-time. Thank you so very much for coming in. And we'll see you then.
Mate.
See you at half-time, guys.
Cheers.
See you soon, guys.
Right, let me make myself big. There we go. Fella's just come in with 2-0 to Leicester. Still got time to get your quotes in. Paul's in. Hello, Paul. How are you? The players are just coming out now. And I am just going to put this up while I just get myself sorted out to be able to listen.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Yep, I have unmuted. Thank you so very much, everybody. Cheers, Scott. Yeah, so like I say, as you can see from that, basically that's what I was saying. But let's just have a minute silence. So here we go. Impeccably observed by everybody at the Riverside today, both sets of fans, which is always good to see. Middlesbrough are in their all-red strip, particularly a very nice strip this season, to be honest with you. Going across the middle there, a couple of white hoops. Red shorts, red socks as well. Leicester are in their blue home kit, although we're playing away. Leicester are going to be kicking from left to right in the first half. And like I say, last time, just going to reiterate, please read there, no spoilers. Guys, if you see any spoilers, if you're a mod, just kick them out. Don't care who they are, even if they think they're being funny. It was good to hear the respect. Definitely. And we kicked off, and we're off. Here we go. Come on, Leicester. Good to hear the respect. So, it's Leicester now having to defend. There's a free kick early doors to Leicester. Or is it to Middlesbrough? In fact, I think it's to Middlesbrough. I think the Middlesbrough player went down first. No, it's a free kick to Leicester. There was two players down there. It was Vestergaard who's passing it around, and it's ended up with Hermansen here. Don't know, Leicester playing it dangerously now, and they've lost the ball. It's always the risk, but it's out for a Leicester throw-in on the far side. In fact, it's gone out for a goal kick. I'm sorry. I should have gone to Specsavers. Fee is in. Hello, Fee. Hey, nice to have you back. How are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you're settling into your new surroundings. And that's another free kick to Leicester. That's two free kicks to Leicester in the first minute and a half. But it goes back to Hermansen. Remember, Leicester are going from left to right. 1-2 with Ricardo there. Chowdhury, who's sitting quite deep, Chowdhury. But he goes out there to Justin. And he's nobody's closing Justin down here. Mavadidi's got the ball now, off Justin. Oh, played it across, but it wasn't in a good position. But, McAteer did well to come back and actually pick that up. He played it in towards Chowdhury, but Chowdhury, it was too far in advance. There's no way Chowdhury could have got to it. And too much pace as well. So I think it was offside possibly anyway, because it's a free kick now which their goalkeeper will take. Leicester starting off. I know it's early days yet, but it's coming up to 3 minutes. I am on 2:42. If everybody wants to wonder how to sync with me, and it's offside. Oh, it's a throw into Leicester on the far side. Can't get comfy. Do you know what? I had all morning to prepare for this, and I'm still not prepared. So Faz. Vestergaard in the middle. Comes forward, then turns. Is it going to go back to... Well, it goes back to Faz on the near side. Now it goes back to Hermansen. Chowdhury comes for it. Back to Faz again. Hermansen, sorry. Now Fez. See, like Leicester, I'm used to watching Leicester play like this. I never feel like comfortable with it. At the moment, it's like keepy ball between the keeper and all the defenders. Oh, the Faz turns and leaves the Borough player for dead. A good ball up to McAteer. Now Dewsbury Hall. But he loses it in the centre circle. Oh, no foul. And now Middlesbrough come forward. 3 players shutting him down for Leicester there. Oh, yeah. It's, nobody was able to keep hold of the ball then in the middle. Dewsbury Hall couldn't. He lost it nearly twice. When Middlesbrough got it, they lost it. Steve is in. Hi, Steve. How are you? Indeed. Now let's have it in the middle of the park. Always great. That's what I was spending. That was what I was doing this morning. I should have been doing more preparation for the show, shouldn't I? Oh, Dewsbury Hall. That's all right. He's gone out for a Leicester throw, but Dewsbury Hall, his first touch in this game has been awful. March 2002, apparently, it just said was the last time we lost to Middlesbrough. It was a Frank Sinclair own goal. Who knew? Oh, good old Big Frank. Very scrappy, very scrappy. So, Faz now on the near side. Again, it's sloppy from Leicester. Ends up going back to Hermanson, but it's sloppy touches. We're playing these short passes, but they're not actually getting anywhere, if you like. Oh, Winks then tried to get Mavididi, away, but wasn't able to. Just see if I can come forward, possibly see a little bit more. So Middlesbrough playing the same as we do, out from the back at the moment. I think he probably was our top scorer, Gray. You're quite right. I mean, somebody needs to get control of the ball. I mean, there's a lot of nice little flicks there again, but it's just Chowdhury's got it now. Now Dewsbury Hall, he tries a long shot, but it's a daisy cutter, and it's no problem for the Middlesbrough goalkeeper at all. This is a shot on target. We only got 7 minutes gone. So we've equalled the last game after 7 minutes. Oh, that's Faz there. Who was in the centre of the field. It's quite interesting to notice. He was in the centre of the field, and Chowdhury had gone to right back. So I'm not sure where Vestergaard is in the plans for this. So free kick quickly taken by Middlesbrough. There's only 3 games this afternoon at 3 o'clock in the Premier League. So, 8 minutes, nearly coming up to 9 minutes gone. Middlesbrough have it in their own half. doing basically what Leicester are doing, like I say, playing it across the back, and it goes back to their goalkeeper. So, like I say, we have got 9 minutes gone. We've had a shot on target. We couldn't manage that in 90, but we have managed it in 9. Oh, a lovely ball through for Middlesbrough. Coburn for the home team couldn't quite get on the end of it. That could have been dangerous for Leicester. Let's just have a look at this again. A lovely ball through. Oh, no, I mean, that was Gascoigne-esque there. Had he got a touch on that? Well, not saying that Hermansen wouldn't have got it, but Hermansen was, edging the other way, so that could have gone in. We've got to be careful here, Leicester. Middlesbrough just showing what they are capable of. Swansea gone 1-0 up against Ipswich. It's Swansea 1, Ipswich 0 after 9 minutes. So if we can get a result here, although obviously there's still 80-odd minutes to go, in fairness, and Ipswich are better than that. Faz was tripped up, and it was a bit of a late one. In fairness to Faz, he probably got the free kick there off Greenwood because he didn't go down. He didn't try to go down. So we got Leicester coming forward now. Ricardo, lovely ball out here to McAteer. Can he get the chip in? Yes, he can. Oh, he's a header. Oh! Oh, that was close. Winks tries to keep it going, but Middlesbrough have got it now and can clear the ball down. And now Middlesbrough are on the break. Watford-esque. And they come away. Oh, it's a free kick. Is that going to be a booking? I think it is. I think the Leicester player is going to get a booking there. Yes, he does. Vestergaard gets a booking. Oh, it was a soft one to give away. A soft one to give away. He's now got to go 79 odd minutes on a yellow card, which is not good for your main central defender. He was beaten hands down there by Middlesbrough, showing his lack of space. Pace, sorry, not space. He welcome along. Free kick now to Middlesbrough on the far side. So, Howson with this free kick on the far side. Just ahead of the penalty area. Taking his time. The linesman finally blows his whistle. He wasn't happy with something in the box. Headed in. Oh, and it's headed over by Middlesbrough. I think we saw Vestergaard there being caught out for pace. And that's the trouble. That is his weakness, obviously. So it's 0-0 after 13 minutes, coming up to the quarter higher mark. Not sure, Scott. Oh, now. Dewsbury Hall now on the far side. Plays it back. James. Winks. And Manson now got the ball. That's what I thought, Jeff, to be honest with you. Faz. Ricardo plays it inside. McAteer turns nicely on the ball. He's got space to run forward. Plays it out, tries to find Ricardo, but he's got too much weight on it. Too much weight. Earlier on today, Sunderland beat Birmingham 3-1 and Preston beat Blackburn 2-1 last night. Wolves beat Tottenham 2-1. And it's currently Palace 1, Everton 1 after 15 minutes. So it's all happening up at Selhurst Park or down at Selhurst Park, depending what part of the country you are sat in. So it's going to be a a goal kick, which their defender will take. I don't get that. So the goalkeeper is going to take a free kick. He puts it on the floor. He throws it to the Middlesbrough player to take the kick, but he kicks it straight back to the goalkeeper. Why doesn't the goalkeeper just do? I don't. Oh no! I mean, this referee is blowing here, and I was defending referees the other day, but I'm not. Faz there again was the culprit, but I don't show. I've seen a lot of these free kicks that are being given away being played on in previous games, and I've always said that it was nice to see that in previous games in this division that you do tend to sort of get, you played on, if you like. The guy was trying to be cheeky there for Borough, getting a bit of work done on the by the touchline, and the referee said, "Get on with the game." So Middlesbrough now haven't had much of the possession. Oh, Ricardo could have. Oh, Ricardo. Oh. It was a really bad pass, and I think Ricardo took too long. He didn't get enough. He didn't get support. He could have played it back to Dewsbury Hall. He tried to chip it, and but it was so easy for the goalkeeper. The support was slow coming up. Iheanacho finally got there, but Dewsbury Hall was behind him. But counts as an effort. That's an up and under, headed clear by Middlesbrough. Now, is that going to be a Middlesbrough throw or a Leicester throw? I think it's a Middlesbrough throw off McAteer. Nice to see McAteer doing, but I'd like to see Marchal come back. I don't know what he's done wrong here. I'd sooner see Marchal on the subs bench than Daka at the moment, to be honest with you. So it's back in the Middlesbrough half. Middlesbrough almost like playing us at our own game. $43 in, 16 likes. Please press that, smash that like button. It does help the channel, guys. Middlesbrough coming forward now, cut inside, and that's going to be a free kick. This referee, you've got to be better. You've got to be quick, Justin. You've got to be thinking greater than that. Anything like that, this referee is whistle happy. And that's going to be given. And then he tries to play. Oh, you've got to start playing clever. You've got to look at it and go, this referee likes to blow his whistle. So let's not give them the chance. Don't give him an excuse to have to blow the whistle. He likes blowing his whistle anyway, so don't give him any extra excuses to do so. So, three in the wall for Leicester, almost identical to position to where the last one was. And it's hands up into the box. Oh, it's not a bad free kick. It was headed back into the box by the Borough striker, but Hermansen takes it very easily and then throws it out over arm. Oh, a lovely ball here. Just in. Oh, that's going to be a free kick to Leicester. What the fuck? Referee! If you're going to give it whistle happy one way, you've got to be whistle happy both ways, you wanker. What is this referee doing? Now, can Faz keep his eye on the player? Well, he doesn't have to because the Middlesbrough player lost it. So Winks manages to do a 1-2 and gets it out and runs down the far side. Oh, what the fuck, referee! I'm sorry, Jeff. I apologise to you. In this case, the ref is fucking awful. It'll be whistle happy for one team, but then you've got to be whistle happy for both teams. Oh, a lovely 1-2, and FaZe is through here. Oh, what the FaZe! It was all the way round. I think he was surprised to be up there, to be honest with you, but his headband looks good. The Middlesbrough defenders did well. There's a throw into Leicester. Chowdhury's got the ball on the near side. Faz there. I mean, it was a good. Oh, Winks. You can give us some space there. Oh, a lovely ball to do. Dewsbury Hall played the ball through there and he's played another one. He's got it back. Chowdhury. These short passes, they're a little bit too short sometimes. Now it's back with FaZe. Back to Chowdhury. Out to Ricardo on this near side. He's looking to chip it in, but he doesn't. He plays it back to Chowdhury. Justin. Winks, Chowdhury, Faz. Got one ready, mate. Got a cider ready. I've actually defended the referees in this division. It's nice not to have VAR, and sometimes I have to, and we have to sort of look back and sort of say, no VAR. We should be grateful for that. But the referees generally, they've been the same for each side. But this referee at the moment, 22 minutes in, Vestergaard just saying then 17 months since he was last called up for Denmark. Ipswich have equalised against Swansea. Who knew? Like Scott's just said, Leeds have just taken the lead 1-0 against Plymouth. Leeds are on a good run. If Leeds hadn't had such a that wasn't that was tried to play Ricardo in, wasn't a good enough ball for him. If Leeds hadn't had the awful start that they'd had with the players not wanting to play and all that sort of stuff, they'd be up there with us now. They really would. I love the way on the Premier League plays, they're looking at a possible penalty in the Palace-Everton game. And it said, is there a clear and obvious on-field error? When's that ever bloody mattered? He's injured, Gim. He's injured, mate. Is it Jim? Gim. No, it is Gim. Jim. McAteer took that well. Back to Chowdhury. Now it's with Faz. Winks comes for it, passes it back to Faz. Now it's out to Vestergaard. 24 minutes gone here. No real, I wouldn't say any real clear-cut chances for either team at the moment. Dewsbury Hall, though, manages to keep hold of it. Chips it across here. Oh, bad ball again from Dewsbury Hall. Oh, that'll be a free kick. No! Fucking hell, referee. What, have you lost your whistle? Now it's a free. He's given a free kick to Leicester. Bloody hell. Jim. Sorry, mate. I wear glasses for a reason. I know. I'll never forget where I went for my checkup for my eye test, and I text that I was at Specsavers because that's where I go. I said I'm getting my eyes tested. Hopefully I'll fail, then I can get me dream job of being a Premier League referee. And I tagged Specsavers in it, and they actually replied saying good luck, fair play to them. Oops. Oh, ball that goes. I mean, is that actually going to go out? Is it going to be out for corn? No, it's going to go out for throw in. So it's not a goal kick. Dewsbury Hall again. He played it through. I mean, I've not seen that much weight on a ball since this Big Daddy sat on one. You know, I mean, come on, Dewsbury Hall, what are you doing? Norwich have gone 1-0 up against Cardiff. Ipswich are now 2-1 up against Swansea. Oh, Faze. Yeah, that was actually quite good. He sort of went down to get the ball and let the Middlesbrough player actually fall over him. It's like a gym move at school. And the referee didn't blow. So it's Faz now. Chowdhury. Back to Faz. He's going to go back to Manson. Yes, he does. So at the moment, Ipswich are a point behind Leicester as it stands at the moment. If we don't get anything today, the fact that Ipswich dropped... how many points did they drop? They dropped 4 points over the last week. Will mean nothing if we don't win today. I think Southampton are winning as well. Yep, Southampton are 1-0 up against West Brom. Watford 1-0 up against Rotherham. So, Iheanacho very quiet in this game. Dewsbury Hall. Mavadidi on the far side. He's got two players on him, Mavadidi. Justin comes it back over to Faz, who runs into the, trots into the Middlesbrough half, gives it to Ricardo. McAteer comes for it, passes it back to Faz. He now runs forward, gets a bit of space. Oh, again, trying to play the 1-2, but it's poor from Leicester. That touch just is not good enough. You're not so far off there, Luke. That's Hermansen. Let's be honest with you, though. Leicester get a goal now, and we'll all be happy. 48 of you in, please smash those lights, guys. You'll just stop me keep saying it if you do. Manson managed to kick at the ball too fast because he was nearly dispossessed, and they're playing 1-2 there. Oh, Dewsbury will have to come for that, but he managed to get it. Justin. Vestergaard now in the centre. Justin back to Manson. 66% to possession to Leicester. We've had 2 shots. They've had 1. Oh, the ball went over, but it sort of clipped the back of the Leicester player. And wasn't able to control. It wasn't really his fault as they hit the back of him. But Middlesbrough got the ball in the centre circle. It's almost like watching Leicester versus Leicester here. Over the top for Middlesbrough now. Slag's not gone up. Now it has, and it's gone up for a throw-in to Middlesbrough. Ray, hello there. So into Middlesbrough, it's taken. It's now out for a Leicester throw, right on the corner flag. 30 minutes gone, half an hour in. Leeds 2-0 up against Plymouth. That's headed back to Manson by Vestergaard. Underarm throw out to Faz on the near side. Oh, that was again. McAteer was almost played into trouble. Faz nearly played it out then. What's Iheanacho doing all the way back here? He's playing way, way, way too deep. We need him further up. Justin now. Mavadidi on the far side. Tries to get back the Middlesbrough player. Does get past him. Pass it back to Dewsbury Hall. Oh, he takes a shot there, left-footed, but it comes off the defender. Probably the best chance for Leicester. Best move that I've had Leicester have done this half. Mavadidi lost the Borough player for speed. Played it back into Dewsbury Hall, who was, in fairness, open. And but there was a Borough player who got his foot in. So it's a corner to Leicester on the far side. Remember, Leicester kicking left to right. So this is going to be a one. It's going to be a box. Yeah, an outswinger into the box. It's headed. Oh, and it's a save. Oh, Vestergaard nearly getting his second goal of the season there. Jumped up, headed it in. I thought the goalkeeper had it covered quite easily, but looking at it, no, he didn't. No, he managed to dive to his right, the goalkeeper, get his hand to it. It was a damn good header from Vestergaard. There's another corner coming in. So it's with the goalkeeper here for Borough. Well, Vestergaard there. Wow. But it remains 0-0. That was probably the most exciting few minutes of the game so far. That's what we want to see Vestergaard doing. So Middlesbrough have the ball in our half. Chowdhury manages to get it. And Leicester just clear up now. It's with Faz in the middle. Plays it deep into KDH. So again, what's he trying to do? That said, he did have a good effort. Millwall have gone 1-0 up away at Sheffield Wednesday. Good ball for Middlesbrough. Didn't manage to keep the ball in on the near side. Plays it into the midfield. Now it goes over to the far side for the boys in red. Oh, easily cut out. Well cut out by Winks. What's Mavadidi trying to do? I think he's trying to... Oh, he managed to get the ball to McAteer on this side. I thought he was going to take on every single Middlesbrough player in the centre of the field there. But he manages to get the ball to McAteer. Leicester got it now, playing it back around the defence. I really would like to see KDH substituted. You watch, I say that, he'll go and score now. I really would like to see him, though, substituted. And I'd like to see Cannon, because at the moment, Iheanacho has been pretty ineffective. Middlesbrough have it. Coming forward. Oh, well cut out by Faz. And Ricardo's got it now. KDH. Play a lovely ball up to Iheanacho. Now this time, can he do something with it? He's got to be quicker than that. Middlesbrough back in numbers. He plays it back. Now he gives it away. Mavadidi. Dewsbury Hall. Iheanacho's got it though. No, and he's lost it again. Why didn't he do? Well, yeah, now it's a free kick to Middlesbrough. Iheanacho, for God's sake. I mean, Iheanacho had the ball. The Iheanacho of old would have got it, twinkle-toed round the defender and had a shot. Now he's there and he's like, what do I do with it? Fucking do something with it, Iheanacho. McAteer, Chowdhury. McAteer's quite a way back as well. $37 gone. It's still 0-0. Leicester have had 4 shots, 3 of them on target. I don't know why McAteer is playing really far back. We're just giving the ball away again, Leicester. Oh, I know it, Carol. Fee, if I shout loud enough. Thank you, Jim. We need somebody that could just be up there, Scott. Yeah, I think we should. Let's just give Cannon. He can't do any worse. Well, I don't know, Scott. Has he asked Nacho to play deep? I would think he has, but why? He's not going to do anything for us. I love the away kit. Now, lovely ball by Middlesbrough. Plays it across, but no, it was almost like, well, I've got the ball. I'm going to play it into the box and hope. But we've given it away again. No, and so did Middlesbrough. And so have Leicester again. Oh, but it goes into the hands of Hermanson. Defending has been absolutely shit. It was our first ever kit, though, Jim. I'm just hoping the Leeds game isn't like a turning point in a bad way for us. Poor ball from Justin. It's cut out very, very easily. Middlesbrough just having to do nothing here. Oh! Middlesbrough through. Vestergaard gets it in, but it's a shot from Middlesbrough, but it goes straight down the arms of the throat of Hermansen. It was quite a way out when he took that shot, but again, our defending is causing us problems. This we need to see something different in the second half. Cardiff have equalised against Norwich. Faz. That's going to be a free kick. Faz is having a go at Greenwood. But Chowdhury, the peacemaker. Oh, there's something I never thought I'd say. Yeah, it's all right to use the wingers, Scott, but they've got nobody in the milks, which was a problem against Leeds. Every time the wingers got up forward, Vardy wasn't there. So it's with Chowdhury. 41 minutes gone. And we've given it away again! Oh, thank God we got a free kick. Winks is down. Oh, that was a yellow card, surely. Yeah, I think he is getting a yellow card, yeah. Well, it's 1-1 on yellow cards at the moment. I think Wings will need to run that off a little bit. It was Cooks that got the book in. It was an up and under there. Now McAteer gets onto the end of the Borough header. Justin. Is it now? Mavadidi on the left-hand side. Is that going to be a throw into Leicester? Yes, it is. I'm going to give him some options. It was headed straight to the Middlesbrough player, or thrown straight to the Middlesbrough player who headed it out. And now Middlesbrough got a break on. Oh, no, that's a book. He's going to get himself a book in here. Winks has now got a yellow. Oh. So Winks gets the book in. It's before the cut-off. So he, as his 5th yellow card, he's going to get suspended for the next game. So it's a free kick now to Middlesbrough. In the same position where they've had 2 free kicks from before. Bit further out, maybe. Cleared by Leicester, but only as far as the Middlesbrough defence. Who bring it forward again on the far side. Oh, no, it's out for throw in to Middlesbrough. He slipped as he tried to play the ball forward. Oh my God! Was that McAteer? Yeah. I mean, thankfully they've not got the shooting boots with them today. Honestly. We are playing so badly. No. That was just a hook and under. We literally, have we fallen into the trap here where we're just playing long balls up and let's hope? T's gone. It's a nice sound, isn't it? Inches. Middlesbrough now. Oh! Manson had a good save and he had to there. Winks having to be careful, but he's good defending from Winks, and Hermanson saved it and it's out for a corner. Oh, that's nice. Oh! Wow. Now it's all Middlesbrough. Problem is, and there it is, half time. The problem is, the notes that I am making, just realised that has gone off. The notes that I am making are all about how bad Leicester are. Well, one word to sum that half up for me. Shit. We were. There's no other way to say it. We were totally and utterly shit. Right. So let's have a look at the halftime results here. Cardiff 2, Norwich 1. So Cardiff have come from behind. Coventry 0, Stoke City 0. Hull 0, Huddersfield Town 0. Ipswich Town 2, Swansea 1. Leeds United 2, Plymouth 0. Middlesbrough 0, Leicester City 0, as we know. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Bristol City 0. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Millwall 2. Now Southampton 1, West Brom 0. Watford 1, Rotherham 0. 63% of the game of the possession has gone to Leicester. We had 4 shots, 3 on target. Middlesbrough have ended that half with 6 and 5 on target. Honestly, it has been. I can't say how bad we have been. You could say sloppy. There's several words you can use. I'm going to say shit is how we've been that half. Jeff, you're quite right. He says there, not good, Chris. Let's hope for a better second half. And Scott is saying, by the sounds of it, can't control. We can't. We just can't keep hold of the ball. And Gray agrees with me. So it is half time. It is Middlesbrough 0, Leicester City 0. Is that the worst half of football? Possibly not. But I tell you what, it's certainly up there. I don't think we can look at that and think, well, no changes need to be made. Will any changes be made at half time? Probably not, because Enzo doesn't seem to like that. This is Leicester Till I Die TV. It is the Matchday Live Watchalong. Luke, I described it as shit. How would you describe it? Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can now, yes. I think we might have that delay again. I was going to say, I described it as shit. How would you describe it?
Yeah, how much can I rant? For me, that was the poorest half I've seen from us. That's the poorest half I've seen this whole season. That was... I don't know where you want me to start, mate. Yeah, I don't want to moan, but I kind of have to.
Well, first of all, I spent Monday night's debate show defending the referees. That referee, that first half hour, I mean, again, referees in this division have been quite fair and letting tackles go, and it's a man's game. This one seemed to sort of blow for anything. He just like to have something in his mouth that he could blow. I'll leave that one with you.
Thank you.
Where are you going to take that one?
I thought about it. Yeah, I was a bit nervous several ways. Look, mate, that was... I got given a bit of slack in a group chat about that because I completely agree with you. There was that pass, I think that beautiful pass from Keenan Dewsbury Hall, I think it was to Justin Mavididi, gets absolutely no ball on at all, taken down, no free kick, and then about 20 seconds after that, Keenan Dewsbury Hall gets brutally challenged as well. Nothing gets... It was like... I didn't rate the ref at all that half as well, but I don't blame the ref for our half performance though either.
No. Brad is here. Hello, Brad. Hello. I'll stick with you then, Lou. Oh, we got the echo back.
Yeah, and funny enough...
No, I've muted him because of the echo. What were you saying?
Who, me?
No.
Yeah, I've literally, funny enough you said that, I'm just going to try putting headphones on because a notification came up on the phone saying that Android are having a bug with echo on the phones when they're using StreamYard to try and fix it. So thank you, Google, for informing me that you're the reason it echoes when I'm on. What did you ask me, Chris? Because I didn't quite hear your original question.
Scrappy start.
Scrappy, crappy. It wasn't brilliant at all. But it was very scrappy. I think Middlesbrough came with the intent to bore us to death for 40 minutes because they didn't do anything of note until that last 5 minutes.
Doug, it was Leicester, wasn't it, Brad? I mean, because we were fucking shit.
Well, yeah. Is that any better with the echo?
Yes. I'm not echoing now.
Okay, that's good then. They weren't brilliant either. They were giving the ball away. Leicester, like you said, Leicester sort of thing. I said this against Leeds, and I kind of said it a little bit tongue-in-cheek because it was easy to say because of the similarities between them both in the game. But Enzo's got to change things at half-time. I don't want a second half like that because they'll beat us, Middlesbrough. They will comfortably beat us if they get their act together because it just wasn't good enough. It really wasn't enough. We look slow. We look sometimes to be, and it's something we haven't said this season, Chris, because we've said we've done it with a purpose. But I feel like the Leeds game's happening all over again to us. I feel like sometimes we're passing it backwards and sideways for the sake of passing it backwards and sideways. I mean, 3 or 4 times in that first half, at the start of it, Iheanacho was holding his run, waiting for balls to be played over the top. He never got the ball over the top. And to be fair to him, I would have done the same. He looks like he's given up on that idea of getting the ball over the top because why would you keep making them runs if you're never, ever going to get it?
You mentioned him. I was going to mention him in a bit later, but well, is he on the pitch? What the fuck's he doing? He's further back than bloody Vestergaard.
Oh. Mate, block your ears, Brad. That was
I
thought for the first 15 minutes, Kelechi was doing almost Ricardo's role. He was dropping that deep. He's way too deep for me that first half, and as the first time I've watched Leicester this season, I felt like we always think it was a matter of
breaking up, Luke.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
That's better. Yeah. Can you explain that formation to me? Because McAteer seemed to be on the right back position. Faz was in the middle with Justin on the other side. Vestergaard was, well, wherever Vestergaard wanted to go. Iheanacho was playing like a defensive midfielder. Nobody was in the box when we got the ball forward. And KDH was running around like a headless chicken.
I agree with completely everything. That's what literally I was just about to say. That's the most disorganized I've seen us look as well. We looked all over the place, and as Brad was saying, in terms of that was not passing with a purpose, and also that is the first time that I've felt like it's not a matter of if and when we're going to score; it's if at all. I don't feel confident.
Stick with Iheanacho as he came up, Brad. Waste of space for me in that game. I mean, if he's being told to drop further back, why? Because we're getting the attacks down the side, and there's nobody in the bloody box to get it to. Just like Leeds game.
Yeah, and this isn't just a thing that baffles me about Iheanacho. I mean, James has it right there. Vardy does it. Why? Well, he wasn't doing that with them at the start of the season. He was having them come back, but not too far back, so they had the outlet to break in behind the lines. And I get it. I think Vardy would be wasted if he'd have played this half. I think Tom Cannon, had he started, would have had a miserable 45 minutes. I think even bloody Daka would have been going, well, we don't expect much from Daka, but Jesus Christ, he's not been able to do anything. And look, I would say this about anybody in the striker role today. It's not their fault that he's not seeing the ball. It's not his fault that he's not getting the ball in attacking areas. Yes, he's had some moments when he has got it there that he's not done the best with it, but nobody has. And maybe, just maybe, and this is the first time I've lost my temper a little bit with Maresca. I want to see personnel and formation changes. I want to see half-time, couple of changes. I want, if he's available, if he can do 45 minutes, get Cannon on. Get him on with Iheanacho. Go 2 up front.
No, you won't
Take
see that
off. Well, no, but we've got to see something, Chris. We've got to see something. Whether you drop Iheanacho into a false 9 and have him play that Okazaki style role, which he had with Vardy, and do that, I don't care. You've got to have 2 forward men on the pitch because, like you said, Chris, every time Mavididi got down the left side, he had no one to put the ball into. It's just something needs to be changed. We need to see a plan B.
Yeah. Look, we mentioned then Kieran Dewsbury Hall. To me, if it was me, I'm not sure who I'd bring on, but I'd have him off at half time. Wait, again, biggest waste of space on that pitch. Can't pass, can't touch the ball, can't keep hold of the ball. Absolutely rubbish.
Maybe a little harsh. I definitely thought he had his moments, poor and bad. I actually completely agree with Brad. I would love to see some changes straight away at halftime. I would like to see Cannon come on. He's already been mentioned in the press conference. He's going to be hungry. And I would like to see Cody come on for FaZe. We got very lucky at the very end there. There was about 3 goals they could have scored. Thank God for Mads. For me, Mads and Yannick have been the only 2 good players in that pitch. And also, don't forget, boys, no more Winks next game. We could possibly get found out big time next game. He's the most important cog in our machine, and he's now had his 5th yellow. So no Winks next week. We're going to find out.
Yeah, no, we will. We'll be interested in that. He will miss the next game. I've got fed up with just writing bad things down. Somebody said I was like Rodgers for writing down. Thing is, I've not written anything. The only thing I've written anything good down about a Leicester player, Brad, is a Manson, because they're making some good saves at the end. McAteer gave the ball away. Winks has given the ball away. Sloppy play from everybody. KDH has given the ball away. Nobody can get hold of the ball and not give it away. If Middlesbrough had been Leeds or Middlesbrough had been Ipswich, we could be 3-0 down by now. Thank God they haven't got their shooting boots on at the moment.
Yeah, thank God they've chosen a few wrong options when they have got the ball. We've talked about this numerous times, and I know it's something that's not very favourable from this playing out the back. But the one thing I actually hate more than us playing out the back, because it's just a pet hate, isn't it? It's not really a bad thing because we've done well with it at times. What I don't like is there was a chance that Middlesbrough had where, and we're lucky he got tunnel vision and didn't try and put the ball out to a guy making a run on the right. But why are we insistent on trying to pass ourselves out of danger? You know what? I'm fine with a bit of nostalgia. If Vestergaard or McAteer wants to go, you know what? We're not getting this away. I'm going to hoof it down to their goalkeeper. I'm happy with that because at least it means they've got to start again and we can maybe put pressure on them. Why are we passing ourselves into trouble? It really did infuriate me, that half. That was our worst half of football this season.
No, that's both of you have said that, so it must be. What I've written down here, Luke, Leicester causing their own problems in defence.
They are. It's like you said. Again, Brad's got my script, but it's in terms of the defense. It's weird. Like we've got almost. It's like a weird V. You've got Vestergaard at the back. I keep seeing Chowdhury in front of him. James and Faze are pushing way up further. But then, like you said earlier, we're seeing McAteer drop right back as well. I don't know what's going on.
Brad, again, would you say? I mean, I wouldn't say Borough have been brilliant, but we're just gifting them chances at the back.
Yeah, you know when you watch a game, Chris, and sometimes you sat here going, if you're a neutral watching it, you wouldn't know who was top and who was bottom. It's not quite that drastic because Middlesbrough are in decent form. I know they drew and lost the last 2 games, but they've been on a decent rise of form once they've got going under Carrick. But you watch that game, and I would wonder who's the one that's running away with the league on paper with the points, and which one's the team that's playing catch up, because Middlesbrough sat 11 men behind the ball, and we said this would happen. We said teams would constantly play this way. Another team that said they're attackers and haven't, but we are the makers of our own downfall because we go,
Brad, because the players are back out. But thanks very much, guys. I will see you both at half time. Doesn't look like any changes either. So see you both at half time.
See you at full time.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Okay, so we're back. We're about to kick off. Leicester kicking off the second half. All blue strip. Kicking now from right to left. Middlesbrough in all red, kicking the other way, which makes it an interesting game. So we haven't seen any changes as far as I can see from either side. The only things that is happening at the moment, Vestergaard and Winks have both got a yellow card. And for me, Hermansson's been our man of the match. And it's not hard to pick one because everybody else has been shite. So, well, they're saying on the TV here that it's been a close game. I think close read a shit, but Dewsbury Hall with Ricardo. Justin. Mavadidi now cuts in, brings the ball inside, plays it across field to Faz. Oh, and he's lost it again! Oh my God! Jesus Christ almighty! Oh, Ricardo can't control it. Oh, just in there. Hesitated. Middlesbrough coming away. Middlesbrough got the ball. They're clear on the near side. Has been forced wide, the Middlesbrough player, but they've still got control of the ball. Here we go. 47 minutes, 2 minutes into the half. Really? Bloody hell, Scott. He's the only one in Leicester, I think, or anybody that supports Leicester that would be happy with that. Looks like we're suffering a Leeds hangover. We do need to see something happen. KDH, Chowdhury, KDH, back to Chowdhury. Inacho. Oh, that could be a free kick. No. Referee again. What was he doing? So KDH in the centre circle now. Out to Faz on the far side. In his own half. Plays it forward. Chowdhury. Ricardo gets it back to Chowdhury. Back to Faz. Oh, again, Leicester lose out. It was played to a Leicester player that was surrounded by Middlesbrough players in red, and he just couldn't control it. Dewsbury Hall! Whoa! Oh, chance there. Middlesbrough lost the ball. Fell to Inacho. Played it smart to KDH. Oh, high, wide. And I've got to be honest with you, KDH, not very pretty. Are we gonna see a 0-0 tonight? But we shouldn't one player missing, Jeff, shouldn't make that much difference. But Middlesbrough coming forward now. Leicester's air of invincibility is slipping. Leeds have done it. Hull have done it. He is great. He is. Will Enzo have the balls to swap him? That's the question. There's a corner. We are 5 minutes into the half, and it's the first corner of the second half. Goes to Middlesbrough on the far side. Remember, Middlesbrough kicking left to right now. On the far side. Can they do anything with this? We are causing ourselves so much of our own problems at the moment. Corner was not a good corner. Cleared. Dewsbury Hall manages to head it away. Probably the best thing he's done all game, if I'm honest with you. Which doesn't say much because he's been fucking awful. Oh, a good turn by Nacho, but in fairness, he couldn't hold on to the ball, and not his fault in that particular case. So 63% possession to Leicester as it stands. We've had 5 shots to their 5. Will we see Cannon come on? They're just asking that on the telly. I'd like to see him. Couldn't do any worse than the players that are up there. I mean, am I being unfair? Are we that bad? Or are Middlesbrough that good? That they're not making us look, they're making us look bad. Everton have gone up against Crystal Palace, 2-1 up, Decore. Oh, Manson there manages to get the ball to Justin, but we still haven't got it clear. Now Justin hoofs it upfield, but it's headed straight back by a Middlesbrough defender. It's just Middlesbrough. at the moment. Arsenal are 1-0 up at Burnley. Burnley are struggling. You know what? And I'm going to get hate mail for this, but you know we've played 16 games. He had 12 at Parma. Asking the question for a friend. Leicester got the throw in halfway into their own half. Jim, I can't argue with you. I really, really, really can't argue with you. So Hamza Chowdhury takes the throw in front of the dugouts. I think free kick finally for Leicester. I think we're going to see Fatawu come on as well. We're missing. Would anybody agree? Are we missing Fatawu's inventiveness? So Faz, Ricardo, back heeled it to Faz, back to Ricardo again. It's gone out. The Middlesbrough throw. We are looking sloppy. We've been lucky a few times, but look, you know, you make your own luck, don't you? Lovely ball through here for Hackney. Middlesbrough are definitely the better team. Oh. No, free kick. Mr. God almighty. Leicester haven't got it clear, though. For fuck off, referee! Referee, I said, it's fucking shame your mother didn't swallow. You know, the KDH foul goes away, gets away with it, nothing, he's down, not moving. You go play on. Who is this referee? Sorry, guys. My God. 6 players in the wall. Jesus. And he does strike it straight into the wall. But they've still got it here, just on the edge of the box, Borough. But he's lost it. Chips it over. Oh. Borough are definitely playing better here. No wonder I drink a lot. McAteer for Fatawu. The McAteer is off. Fatawu is on. I got my wish. I feel a bit sorry for McAteer that he's had to come back into this game, but we need to see something now from Fatawu. Oh, now break now. And Mavadidi. Oh, what the fuck? I mean, Jesus Christ, Mavadidi. Does anybody actually shout to other people like, man on? Do we do that for teammates anymore? Anyway, it's a corner to Leicester on the near side. Leicester kicking right to left. It was probably one of our best breaks so far. Everybody back for Borough. Went in low. Head tennis at the moment in the box, and fucking shit effort by Leicester. Millwall 3-0 up now against Sheffield Wednesday. Watford 3-0 up against Rotherham. Well, they're just saying here, so much talent in this Leicester side. Well, I think it's had a day off. Tell me who isn't, mate. Tell me who isn't. I'm sorry, Fee. I did. It's just annoying me. Oh, he's given the throw into Middlesbrough. What a surprise. Do forgive me, Fee. I apologise for my colourful language. A long ball forward, headed out, but we just can't hold the... Oh, mistake by Middlesbrough. But no. Offside, was it anyway? Oh no, the throw-in has gone to Leicester. Good God. Quickly taken. Ricardo. Fatawu. Back to Vestergaard. Justin. Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Loses out. Who knew? Who knew Kieran Dewsbury Hall would lose the ball? Kieran Dewsbury Hall, do us a favour. Put your hand up and say, take me off. You watch, he'll score in a minute and I'll absolutely love him. 60 minutes gone. Still 0-0. 62% possession to Leicester. 7 shots from Middlesbrough, 5 from Leicester. Ipswich have gone 3-1 up now against Swansea. Oh, Vestergaard nearly losing the ball there. What is going on? It's another corner because it was bad defending. I don't know if I said this. Millwall 3-0 up at Sheffield Wednesday. Corner from Borough, headed clear by Justin, but it's still with Borough as we stand at the moment. Come over to the near side. Borough have got it. Fatawu there, sorry, trying to... well, he did close him down. It's gone out for a Borough throw-in. If we win this one, it will be a smash and grab. Uh-oh. We get a free kick. Good God. You all right, Mr. Referee? right in front of the referee, even if he didn't want to give it, he had to. Dewsbury Hall now on the left, crosses the ball in. Oh, but it goes onto the head of a defender for Borough. No free kick. Wow, what's wrong? Now it's a throw in to Leicester. It was a break on the far side, but at number 17 for Borough got it out. It's a throw in. Chowdhury's going to take it on the far side. Very close to the corner flag within the penalty box area. Leicester fans are starting to sing now. Dewsbury Hall. Justin turns. It goes all the way back into the centre circle. Gives it back to Justin. Dewsbury Hall. Justin. Mavadidi. Ricardo. Oh, tried to play Ricardo through. And Fatua was all over the... He was just stood on his own on the far side. "63 minutes gone. When are we going to see the next substitution?" So it's a free kick in their own half, Borough. It's a long ball up. But it goes out and it must be a Leicester throw in. Enzo's shouting instructions at the half side. It's like, give me some help, give me some ideas, please, guys. Now then, breakthrough from Middlesbrough, but Leicester cut it out. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, he's breaking away. Comes out to Mavadidi on this near side. Plays it into Dewsbury Hall. He's lining up to shoot. Oh! They're asking for a penalty, but he chipped it in. Kieran Dewsbury Hall just went over Iheanacho's head. And they're asking for a penalty. Let's have a look at the replay. The referee did get that one right, in fairness to him, but the Leicester player there just went over his head. Otherwise, he was on for the goal. Anyway, Justin now coming forward in the Middlesbrough half. Mavadidi runs at the defenders, cuts inside, loses the ball, but it comes to Justin. Gets it to Dewsbury Hall. Into Mavadidi. Oh, Mavadidi. Oh, Iheanacho shot over the top. Jesus Christ almighty. In fact, it was that high that Jesus Christ could have probably caught it. They're just not thinking, Leicester. Dewsbury Hall now. Mavadidi from Winks. Takes it to the byline. Chips it over. Oh, Fatou on the far side. Oh, my God. Are we trying to get... is this a competition? The crossbar challenge, but with the roof of the stand? Substitution here for Middlesbrough. Honestly. So the change on the 67th minute for Middlesbrough. Still only the one change for Leicester at the moment. Oh, it's a free kick to Leicester. So Faz, forward. Taru loses out. 2 players on him. Oh. So Middlesbrough defending now for once. Mavididi, though, bad pass, but he couldn't do anything with it, and he's out for a corner, though. This is just like this is reminding me of last year. I'm sorry. How many chances do we need? So, Vestergaard. One, two in it with Winks. Chowdhury joins in. Vestergaard over to Faz. 20 minutes left. Ball through to Kelechi. Through back to Winks. Brings it out to the side. And Mavididi. Mavididi back to Justin. Justin clips it across to Fatawu on the far side. Chowdhury still has it. Faz chips it in. Justin, though, it wasn't. It was a little bit too high for him, and that'll be a free kick to Middlesbrough. Because you know what's going to happen. Why are we giving the referee the option to blow the whistle? I can see that, and I'm not fucking playing. I've never played the game in my life. Let's run into the opposition players and give them a chance, to get a free kick off the referee. West Brom have equalised against Southampton. Watford 3-0 against Rotherham. The camera's resting on Vardy, but he's just sat down. He'll probably be brought on with 2 minutes to go when he can't do anything. We need to do something, Scott. We need to do something. I'd like to see Cannon. Winks a good run. Dewsbury Hall behind him, though, but he plays it out to Mavididi on the near side. He runs into the box. Oh, he can't. Again, a bad ball. Vestergaard, he was pulled down, but the referee's played advantage. Vestergaard, it's through to KDH. Out to Winks on the near side. To do with another one of his specials. Mavididi. Trying to get Andrew. It's back to Chowdhury. Chowdhury will play it out to Fatawu on the far side. Fatawu now running at the defender. Oh, but it's easily stopped by the defence. Again, Chowdhury should get to that. Yeah, and it goes out, but it's a throw-in to Middlesbrough on the far side. So Coburn comes off just before Christmas. Not Cockburns, it's Coburns. We're going to see any Leicester substitutions. No, still no substitutions for Leicester. Just the one. Oh, Dewsbury Hall, what are you trying to do? Stop trying to be a fucking wanker. Pass the ball. You're not that good. You're not Messi, you know. It's a free kick now to Leicester. Chowdhury played that well. Played for the free kick and got it. Fair point, Scott. "74 minutes, 15 minutes left." Vestergaard giving the ball away now with one of his forward passes. Why are we passing it to players that are being marked? Now Fatu on the far side. Plays it into Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Plays it out to Mavadidi. Good ball there. And he can't get the ball across. And it's a goal kick. Oh, his referee is fucking awful. Does his referee know what he's doing? Mavadidi, oh! This is, honestly... Just think how good it would have been if the referee's mother had kept her legs crossed. Yeah. Mavadidi had a chance, but he dragged it wide, Mavadidi. Jim, thank you. Is this worse than the Leeds performance? No. Oh! Oh! That was unlucky from Kelechi. Dewsbury Hall with a long shot. No. Millwall 4-0 up now. Can we borrow a Millwall player? Can we borrow a couple of Millwall strikers, do you think? Luke, I think you're right, mate. I think you're right. There's a normal chant, of course, when the opposition goalkeeper takes a free kick. You're shit, haha. I think the Leicester fans might be singing that to any of the players. Yeah, I think I would. Although he said that. Oh, Justin. Yeah, no. Oh my What happened there? Oh, hit the post. I've got to say, since about the 70th minute, it's been all Leicester. But if we left it too late, I think we probably have. I was all about the referee, I think, to be honest with you. Winks over to Fatawu. Now, Leicester, as I say, since about the 70th minute, it's been all us. 12 shots now compared to the 7 of Middlesbrough. 64% possession. Fatawu can't get the ball across, though. Middlesbrough get it out, but nobody up there. Vestergaard's covering it. Plays it back to Hermansen. Nobody forward for Middlesbrough, but then again, it was only Vestergaard back for Leicester. Southampton. Have I said Southampton 1, West Brom 1? God knows, I can't remember. This is at least now. This is if we should have been playing like this from the start. I do feel like Brendan Rodgers with my notebook, you know. There we go. Now I am Brendan Rodgers. It looked like it had gone in, Jeff. It looked like it had gone in. I hadn't seen it because it was a white ball against the white post and back into the goalkeeper's arms. Dewsbury Hall to Justin on the near side. Finds Mavididi. He now tries to get past the defender. Yeah, and he does. And he runs into the box. Oh, but he can't again. He's got two. And now it's a free kick to Middlesbrough. Maybe I should start doing that, Scott. Being a Rodgers alike. 80 minutes, still only one substitution. Oh, giving the ball away, though, now. Oh, Chowdhury had to do that, but it's been laid on. I think he'll get the booking when it comes back. No, the referee then decided he did play on, and then he called it back. Yellow card for Chowdhury. I think he took one for the team. Did we only put 12 players on the coach today? Good yellow card to concede, says Matt. Says Jerry Taggart. But yeah, I know what he means. I know what he means. So free kick to Leicester. To Middlesbrough, sorry. Outside the box, but it's very central. Smaller wall this time. And it's in. It's in. One 0. I can't believe it. There's no way is Madsen saving that. Seven minutes to go. We're going to be losing back to back. I mean, yeah, we have asked for it. Totally and utterly asked for it. What the fuck is Enzo doing? You know, we've had a period where we've been in control. It's 80 minutes. We've made one fucking substitution. Am I saying no wonder Palmer got rid of him? Honestly. No more than we deserve. Vardy's coming on. Not sure who he's on for at the moment. Anybody know who he's come on for? Chowdhury. It's a bit late. Is it too late to make substitutions, though? What can Vardy do with 6 minutes gone to go? There won't be much added time on. Honestly. Now, I think that was after. That was after Gray. I think so. Possibly after the international break, I think they've said. Winks in the middle of the field now. They're defending 11 players behind the ball for Borough. Three minutes left. Two substitutions again. I think it's a bit difficult to say about his language with mine, Gray. It's a football channel. Middlesbrough just going to play this out now. 2 minutes of normal time. Throw to Leicester, close to the corner flag here. And Dewsbury Hall gives it away. Honestly, it's nothing more than we deserve. Less than a minute left now. Who said they'd take a draw earlier on? I don't think you're wrong. Just in now, on the left-hand side. Plays it back to Winks. Got patience, but we're in the 90th fucking minute. Mavadidi. Oh, and he loses it. Oh, for God's sake. What the fuck are you doing? Honestly, this team thinks they're all fucking messes. Four minutes of time added on. They can add 40 fucking 4 minutes of time. We ain't going to score because we're shit. Substitution for Middlesbrough. You see, they can make substitutions. Fucking Enzo Rogers can't, can he? 2 fucking substitutions again. You've got to say fair play to Middlesbrough. I think we have got him back. Look. I don't know how many cards have been issued today. I think Clinton's would love these sort of numbers. Oh, fuck off, Fatawu! Pass the fucking ball, you plonker! Jim, honestly, you're going to get a timeout in a minute. What are you saying oh no for? So it's back with Hermanderson from the throw-in. Okay, let's play it out from the back, shall we? Because we haven't got any. We've got loads of time. What's your oh no saying? Because that looks like a spoiler. You have to be careful with with the way you word things. Fucking hell, face! Just kick it forward. Home fans are whistling. Well, say why you're saying it, Jim. And there is the full-time whistle. So that's full time. Got what we deserved. Bit annoyed with Luke. Luke's in. I might bring him in depending how he's pissed me off. Right, I'm gonna be back in a second. There we go. Unmute yourself. Let's just catch up with some comments. Not good today. Our first away defeat of the season. Well done, Middlesbrough. Hopefully we'll find form again after the break. Wait, when did Middlesbrough score? They scored in the 70th. When was it? I don't know. Here we go. 82nd minute. 82nd minute they scored before we decided to make a substitution. Maybe the time has come for us to get a new manager because it's like having Rodgers back, Doug. What a fucking dickhead he's been. No wonder Palmer got rid of him after 12 games. Who did a spoiler? Because I'm in the mood to kick somebody out. No, I think Ronald, in fairness, Hamza had to give it away. He had to give it away. Otherwise, it'd have been a goal anyway. He was played into trouble, Hamza, and if he hadn't given the free kick away, it would have been a goal anyway. Jim, what are you fucking on about, you wanker? It says, and it's said up on the screen all day, do not give any spoilers out. Fuck's sake. I'm new. I don't know the rules. Well, I'll tell you what, Jim. You're going to have a timeout. Because you don't need to know the fucking rules. It's been up on the screen. Not a bad result. We have to take it hoping we won. But being joint top is amazing. Is that what we are now? Joint top only? Do you know what? That performance has pissed me off. Brad, what the fucking hell was that?
That was Brendan Rodgers. That for the second game in a row.
Do you think? Well, have we employed Enzo Rodgers or Brendan Marchesa?
Certainly feels like that because this is the first time I was really screaming at the telly. I was not enjoying what I was seeing. Yes, in the second half we created more chances and we probably, Middlesbrough did everything but turn around and boot the ball in their own net to give us a chance to score, to be honest with them. They didn't deserve to win the game. Although you could argue the free kick deserves to win any match. So, it is what it is. But why did it take a goal in 85 minutes to be played before he went, you know what, I might need to change things up a little bit here. We're not quite doing this. We're not quite getting the rub of the green. We're not quite breaking them down enough. I feel like, we compared Enzo to Arteta, didn't we? With feeling the need to pass the ball into net. And when it works, for 13 of the first 16 games, when it's worked in them 13 games, it looks brilliant and it's fine. But today, it was screaming out for a tactical change. It was, what was the point in Tom Cannon being on the bench if he weren't going to get any minutes?
What was the point in having anybody on the fucking bench? Four substitutions Middlesbrough made.
What was it he said last week, Chris, after Leeds, when he got questioned about not making any more subs? He turned around and said, I didn't make any more subs because all I'd have been doing is like for like. His first sub today was at McAteer for Fatawu. Is that not like for like?
Well, yeah, and then Vardy for Chowdhury, I suppose, was different. Luke, Palmer got rid of Enzo after 12 games. We played 16. Maybe we should be thinking about it.
That performance made me think that way. I don't want to say that just yet. We are still top of the league, but I feel like we don't deserve to be. And I honestly, since the Sunderland game, I think there's been a bit of a down. I know we won against Sunderland and QPR, but I didn't feel as confident in those games I did all the games before.
Oh, not at all. 81 minutes, no substitutions. 82 minutes, Brad, we went 1-0 down. 7 minutes to go, and he thinks, I better make a change now.
Yeah, again, questions last guy was saying Middlesbrough made, a couple of changes between like the 68th and 75th minute, and I was thinking, Enzo, come on, take note of Carrick. Look, look, we're all being a little bit rash, understandably so, because of the game. I'm not one for suddenly thinking we need to get rid of Enzo, but I think now he needs to kind of.
No, I think we've got to look at it and go and say, well, what he has done in the last 2 games is what you said. It's like Rodgers.
Yeah,
so
it is.
You know, should again after the last couple of seasons, should somebody not be looking and thinking, all right, no, it's only 2 games, but it's the manner of the defeats.
Yeah, because you could understand if it was. I mean, you could understand if we lost today playing like we did against Hull, where we had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and the keeper made some blinding saves. You know, like I said, Chris, apart from turning around and scoring an own goal, they practically seem to do everything they could on the ball to give us the ball in good positions to go and have a go at them and score a couple of goals in that second half. And I just look at a few opportunities back in that game, and I'd love to have the budget of Sky Sports. If I ever win the millions, Chris, we'll be like Sky Sports here, because I'd love to have the screen like Neville and Carragher have, and circle moments in that game where I'm thinking, why is he hesitating? Why isn't he shooting? And it's just so frustrating because today we were just so off the boil. We were indecisive. I think sometimes we made some passes because we felt it was just what we do instead of looking at the situation and being more aggressive. I think we've lost a bit of edge to our game as well. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the international break has come at the right time for us because we need to regroup and work on something else. Because like Luke said, since the Sunderland game, you've been seeing this coming with the way teams are set up against us. Struggling to beat teams down at the bottom end, and now this.
Luke, I mean, all right, we've had our moan at Enzo, and look, we're entitled. You know, we now know the sun does not shine out of his arse, and going up the Enzo way probably won't happen if we play like that. But let's have a look. You know, the players have got to take their fair share of blame today because they were fucking awful, weren't they?
Nearly all of them. I don't know where to start. Mavididi drove me absolutely mental that second half. I was absolutely raging. That was like, I thought Brad was being a little harsh last week when he said that, you know, this was Brendan Rodgers vibes, but that was 100% Brendan Rodgers vibes, bringing on a striker at the 85th minute. What's Vardy going to do in the last 5 minutes? You know, like. Yeah, that drove me absolutely mental. There was just no final product whatsoever tonight at all.
Do you think, Luke, that the players seem to think that they've suddenly woken up and they're all Lionel Messi? Because nobody seemed to want to be able to pass the ball. And then it was almost like they said, well, I can't pass the ball, so I'm going to try and pass 3 Middlesbrough players every time I've got it. And whoops, I'm shit at that as well.
That happened all day or all night. It even started with Ricardo Pereira in that first half. He took that one extra touch trying to favour his right foot, and it just took the same with Mavididi as well. Take too long, too indecisive, and it cost us that chance, you know, to square the ball up. It was just, yeah, I could moan all night, unfortunately.
Yeah. Jeff, you're saying there 2 bad performances by the manager out of 16 games. Well, all right, you could say Hull. You could say, how lucky were we against Sunderland? I think we've been blinded by the results sometime. Sunderland was bloody lucky, and there's been a lot of games where we've been lucky, if we've been honest with you. But look, it's the 3 points at the end of the day. And I think when you lose 2 games in a row in the manner that we did, I think it's quite right to question him. The sun does not shine out of his arse anymore. Going up playing the Enzo way, no, we're not. If it's like that's the Enzo way that we've seen for 2 games. And surely, you know, we have to question them, don't we, Brad?
Yeah, you do, because you know we've all sat here and said it, and everybody that's watching is probably in agreement to some degree with what we've been saying, and that is we got away with it for the last 4 weeks. We've been, well, not even 4 weeks, because you know the last 4 results, you know, Sunderland had the chances. Okay, you could argue that they were a little bit more open than Middlesbrough were today. So we might have got something from the result had Sunderland scored. We nicked it. We got the 3 points. And, you know, I've said it a few times this season, winning ugly still does exactly the same as winning by 4 goals. You know, it gives you 3 points on the board. We played QPR. And I think that was a game where really, if you didn't see it from Sunderland, alarm bells should have been ringing. Because yes, again, hooker by crook, we got the win. 10 men, 11 men didn't matter. We won the game, and we kind of left that game, kind of breathing a sigh of relief, weren't we, Chris? And it just feels like nothing was really noted as a problem. And I think really there should have been some stern words in the dressing room, kind of like look, we've got away with that one there. We really need to step up what we're doing. And teams are slowly starting to figure us out. So over these next few weeks, we're going to have to work on something different in training, because I know we can do this way. That, we're very good at doing what it is we're doing, being patient with the ball and passing it around. But when teams are coming at us either full throttle like Leeds or sticking 11 men behind the ball, which is what Middlesbrough did today, and we can't break a side down, we need a different plan. And that plan seemed to panic at the 85th minute, because he kind of went, we're 1-0 down. We actually don't know what to do. We can't break these down. Two up front. That should have been done on the half hour for me. It should have been done at half time, actually, if I'm being honest.
Luke, all right, we know playing out from the back is the way we're going to do. And we used to be really good at it at the start of the season. But every time I saw it today, we were playing balls to players. I've got 3 players marking them. Why, if you're going to play it out, are you going to play it to that person to get the ball back when half the time that person that you're passing it to, because they're marked, they're losing it?
Do you also think that's because we've been found out now since the Sunderland game? This is something that they may be doing when they're watching footage of us and they're playing for it. Do you know what I mean? Trying to negate that side of our play.
Let me just go through my notes here, because honestly, if I'd had a swear jar today, I'd have been able to pay for the Christmas meal. Did I tell you there was a Christmas meal? It was last week. You missed it. Matt Nacho, he had one effort, Brad. I think when he shot it over, I said, Jesus Christ. I think Jesus Christ could have headed it back to him. It was that high.
Yeah, and do you know what the saddest thing is? You look at all our attacking options we have in terms of wingers and strikers, and that Iheanacho chance about 5 or so minutes before they actually scored the winning goal of the game was our only decent chance. Mavididi offered us nothing. I mean, that Jones, I must say, that Jones must be in the dressing room, and he must be wondering why his shorts are falling down, why he's walking down the tunnel. It's because he's got Mavididi in his back pocket. He got absolutely schooled by him today. I think McAteer, McAteer needs to get some minutes back under his legs. That injury threw him off his stride, literally and mentally, I guess. He was in good form. He needs to get that level back up. Fatawu looked a bit out of sorts today, and again, I just think like I nearly called you John then for some reason, but like Luke said, we've been a little bit figured out, and I think maybe the honeymoon period's over for Leicester in terms of getting away with results, having a good ride and enjoying it, sort of thing. I think now Enzo needs to show that he's not this rookie manager that has one way of playing. I think he really needs to show us now, after this international break, something that we haven't seen yet, which is a change in formation. I think he needs to be able to go, okay, we can start this way, but when it's needed to, we need to change things up, and we need to be more attacking in our numbers, because it's a little bit same old, wasn't it? And we're clearly seeing now, with the run of results we're on, that teams are figuring it out and doing well against us.
Leeds beat us last week, Luke, and the Leeds fan in Carthagena. Welcome along, mate. Hope you are well. Good result for you today. And they deserved it. Let's be honest with you. We've said that. Are we? I mean, I don't want to end up and sounding like a Sky Sports presenter and saying about, we were bad. Let's give some credit to Middlesbrough. I mean, they had a third of the possession. We had 2/3. They had 9 shots compared to our 12, but the 6 was on target compared to our 4. You can't say that, apart from 20 minutes on about the 70th minute when we were battering their goal, but I don't think we'd have scored if we'd have been playing all next week. But Middlesbrough, fair play to them.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm still a bit sour. I really think we're really that poor, mate. I honestly really do. Fair play to Middlesbrough, yeah, give it up. But I think we're the masters of our own demise tonight.
Brad, your thoughts?
I think it was one of them. It's hard to judge because Middlesbrough really didn't do anything in terms of attacking. In fact, they were probably in possession of the ball worse than we were giving it away. But I suppose it all comes full circle, doesn't it, Chris? Because like you said, we've had results that have been a bit lucky. We've been a bit fortunate. The balls fell kindly to somebody and we've nicked a 2-1 win or something like that. And today, fortune favoured Middlesbrough. The deflections stop goals, the chances were scuffed. And then ironically, I was very, very disappointed with the referee today with certain things he did. But ironically, they were, 82nd minute, the free kick gets given and they're absolutely berating the referee because he was through on goal. And like you said it, Chris, they probably would have scored anyway. But then they're all thinking it's the best decision ever made because the free kick goes in the top bins. And I called it, Chris. That was the most annoying thing. I just turned around to my dad and I said, let's go in top right corner. As I'm top left as it is. Well, I'm thinking keeper right hand side. I was looking. I said that'll go in top corner. Manson might get a hand to it, but this is still going in the net. And literally, as the free kick was taken, my phone went off and a notification went off, and I went, "Told you it's going in," and it's back in the net. I think today the luck was against us, and maybe that's just football balancing it out a little bit.
I must admit, I can't blame the referee for that free kick against Chowdhury. He took one for the team, Luke.
He would have took one for the team if that goal didn't go in. He had to make the challenge, though, I agree. But
Vestergaard, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to. Vestergaard back-heeled to him. Like I said earlier, if we've got a team full of messes, but Vestergaard, you know what you're good at? Back-heeling and playing like Ronaldo isn't one of them.
No, you're 100% right. That did set up that whole down spiral of play. I also think FaZe was absolutely shocking tonight. I would have much rather... I don't know why Cody didn't come on. I called for it at halftime. And also with this international break, now that we've got no Winks, I heard that Pratt is back training again. God, I hope he's ready because that scares me, not having Winks in the team.
Yeah, I agree. And you did say about how, bad FaZe was. I know you were in the chat quite often about that. But was he any worse than anybody else? Brad, Luke thinks so, and I just think everybody was bad.
It was almost like there was too much arrogance in the team. There were silly little fancy back heels, and there was very weak or non-existent challenges going in. I mean, I nearly ripped my hair out. Thankfully, I'm Jesus, so I can grow it back. But there was needless passes, and there's one problem we seem to suffer with, and this is where I think our insistence to play one style really gets to us. How many times, Chris? I don't know how your stream was to watch it as well, Luke, but the question goes to you as well on this one. How many times when Chowdhury or Dewsbury Hall or Winks had the ball was their first instinct to turn around and look back towards Vestergaard and FaZe? 0-0. If you're 3-0 up, well, fine. Piss around with the ball. Do all the dinky step overs. Tire them out. Kill the time off. When you're 0-0 and you're 1-0 down, why are you still insistent on going, oh, look, hiya, Madsen. I'm just looking at you while I wait for Vestergaard to get free. Then I'm going to pass in the ball because we've got 3 minutes to get a goal and get us a point. But I'm not bothered about going forward because I'm told not to. It was so infuriating. I said to my dad at half time, I said I could read a book. It'd be more entertaining than the way we're playing football so far. Playing towards the wrong goal, exactly what Steve just said there, and it's just so infuriating. I think there's a time and a place for nice, fancy football, and in the last 2 games, we've been doing it for the sake of doing it.
Luke, your thoughts on that?
I agree with Brad. It was actually one of the few things I put in my notes because I just ended up stopping the second half because I got perpetually more and more mad. But in terms of going backwards, it's like, we move forward with the ball, right? And we've got the ball. And then all of a sudden someone pings it back for the sake of hoping to hit it back wide. and maybe have a break, but it just wasn't happening. It was like, why when we're going forward in possession, are we going back? Especially when half the team's moving with it as well, in the transition. It was just disgusting. I don't know how to explain it, but I think you know what I'm saying. Like, it was just, I don't know. I really don't.
I mean, Luke, let me stay with you for this one. I've always said, with Leicester, we play like the old Liverpool way. We're patient, and Jerry said this on the commentary. Jerry Taggart, we're playing patiently. We're not being drippy. But come on, at 93 or 92 minutes, Hermansen's got the ball. Just boot the fucking thing upfield.
Yeah, I started to think that a lot, and like it has been about the past, been about patience, right? But there was too many mistakes, and I never felt like we were comfortable on the ball. It was like everyone was confused, everyone was out of sorts. We did feel in control. Yes, we've had a lot of possession, we've been patient and been rewarded, but I never felt that inevitable goal was coming. Not once tonight. I thought we're going to lose. Like, we're not even going to score tonight.
Scott said there, I said after the Leeds game, would you take the playoffs? And the question still stands. There's the table, guys. Leicester 39, Ipswich 39, Leeds 31, Southampton 30. We're now down to 11 points between us and fifth, where it was between us and third. Brad, I mean, that doesn't look as good now, does it?
No, it doesn't. But it's still this is where now maybe we needed this test. We said that after the Leeds. To cast our minds back to the Hull game, and we all said, okay, bad result, but maybe we needed to taste that first defeat. It's all about the response. We said that about Leeds today, and I don't know what possessed all three of us to be so comfortably predicting Leicester to win today's game. We had 3-1s, 4-0, and 4-0.
I think maybe we expected a reaction which just didn't come.
Yeah, and again, you talk about sometimes don't fix what's not broke, but it's not broke. It's just not being used responsibly. Like you said, Chris, 93rd minute. Why are we being so patient? Why is Justin pointing? I swore at Justin today. Not that he heard me, but I swore at Justin. I said, "No, Justin, why the fuck are you pointing to him to pass it backwards? We're in the 93rd fucking minute. Get the fucking ball forward." So I'm a good bleep machine.
I may have let the odd expletive leave my lips as well. Just the odd one or two, not too many.
Yeah. But when we want, 0-0, 1-0, I don't want to see fancy football. I want to see that when we're taking the mick and we're 2 goals to the good. Like, that's when it looks good, and that's when it's right to do it. Like I said today, I think these players were a little bit scared to break the mold a little bit. I found ourselves a few chances where it's like, I want you to have a dig. I don't want you to pass it in other times, because it was predictable. Leicester get the ball on the right, they charge forward, and they want to spread it out left to Mavididi. And all Middlesbrough did all game was go, thank you very much, we will track that, we know where you're going with it. And they just got it. It's just not good enough.
Luke, you can't win as a player. I mean, look, we're all managers, aren't we? We all sit here. We could all do this job. It's easy. Steve's just said words were said today. I need to get a bleeper, don't I, for myself? And why didn't you shoot? Why did you shoot? So was free, and then why did you pass? The shot was on, but they just seem to get every decision wrong today.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about just that there was no final product, and it felt like it was never going to come. No one had their shooting shoes on today. Maybe Kel had a few lucky closely off the post and one decent save from the keeper, but other than that, yeah.
I've got to say, coming back to you, Brad, for Iheanacho, I actually thought that one had gone in when it hit the post. It was a white ball against the white post with a white net, and from what I was watching, I thought it had gone in. He was unlucky there.
Yeah, he was, and for a performance that was absolutely dead for attacking moments for Leicester, he was the bright spark in it, and that's saying something when we weren't brilliant at all, or we're talking about a very dull and bad performance. I mean, I was more. Like I said, I was more frustrated in the fact that there was them opportunities, and And I said this to you at half time, didn't I, Chris? You know, we've said this about a few games here and there, but which team was top of the league and which team was trying to chase down the playoffs? Because Middlesbrough played like a team that was, you know, top of the league and cruising, and we looked like a team that was going, oh God, let's try and make sure we get away with a point here. Let's try and make sure we, you know, take a point away from home. Let's not lose to these because these are really good. It was, you know, we lost a bit of flair. I feel like we've lost a bit of confidence. You know, there was some opportunities they were, you know, and I'm going to say this. I don't like to say this about players when they're bad, but they're not play when they're, you know. But Kieran Dewsbury Hall, drop him.
Yeah.
Didn't shoot when he did, you know, didn't shoot, seem to have any confidence in him. Tried to do too much on the ball, was probably our worst player on the pitch today. And that's not the first time I've said that this season. I think we need to desperately change something. And it wasn't through his lack of effort. He tried everything. And apart from that mini spell, like you said, Chris, where we, you know, seemed to throw the kitchen sink at their goal, he just offered us nothing. He took backward steps today when he should have been going forward. I think he needs to have a long, hard look at himself, and I think maybe he needs to sit a few games out to kind of, dare I say it, he's getting the Maddison treatment with Enzo.
Yeah,
Can't do no wrong.
Well, didn't he? You know, but he was unlucky with that one. For the 70th minute onwards, though, Luke, it looked like Leicester were actually. Well, they were all over Borough. Borough couldn't get the ball out of their own half. No end product, as you said. And it's a bit like, again, last season, not taking the chances when they fall to us.
That's the thing. There was plenty of chances, and that's why I think we're all so pissed off, because it was aggravating to watch because there were still so many nearly moments, and then it was just shanked by all of them. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, I spot on agree. I think that was that was a poor game. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, sometimes I feel like when you watch him, you can kind of tell what kind of game he's going to have after the first 10 minutes. And also, I don't know, depending on injuries, I would like to see Eunice Atkin play in position for Keenan Dewsbury Hall, and possibly Tom Cannon maybe get a start when we come back. I was actually going to ask if you could please do me a favor and actually pull up our next 5 games. I think we've got some more, or I'd like to think, better, easier games coming up after the international break. I need some kind of good news after this moaning I've been doing all night.
While I'm just doing that, Luke, I said last week, come on, let's not get silly. It's, you know, only 2 losses all season, and now this has happened. You know what? Should we still be saying, look, come on, you know, it's 2, or are we seeing a change in our playing for the worst?
I think we'll probably calm down tomorrow. We're pretty angry right now, but after the international break, if we lose again, then I think we'll be having a much more serious conversation.
Brad, looking at that, hopefully I've got the right page up. Can you see what am I showing there? I'm still showing the
table.
The table, aren't I? Hang on 1 second then. Bear with me, folks. Your call is very important to us. There we go. Okay, Sheffield Wednesday next. I've got to be honest with you, play like that, I think they'll get 3 points off us.
Mate, I don't want to say that, but after Sheffield Wednesday's performance at home to Millwall today, we might actually be, you know, that could be the perfect game tonic for Leicester. But then again, like you just said, knowing our luck, we'll go and play them, and they'll nick all 3 points off us, and then you will be asking questions, because I wouldn't be asking so many questions about it, and I'm not panicking, as to say, but I'm a little bit because you look at it and go, well, where was the change? Where was something from that game that you can go, you know what, we lost or won the free kick, fair play, but if we've got the ability to change it up on another day, we'd have nicked a point, because we felt that against Hull, didn't we? When we lost that game, we didn't feel it against Leeds, and you just feel like an opportunity has been missed over the last few weeks for Enzo to have had a plan B and put it into action. And then you could have said, oh, you know what? We actually played really well today and we were just so unlucky. I'd rather lose a game seeing that he's trying to have an intent to change it. Today was panic. It wasn't panic at the disco. It was panic at the Riverside because we just made panic substitutions and panic tactical changes. And as soon as they scored, that's the most concerning thing about it for me. There was no structure to our decision making in terms of on the field and off the field.
See what there would be murder on the dance floor. I'll tell you that. There you go. You knock them over, mate. I'll let them in. Sheffield Wednesday away. They're bottom, Luke. Then we've got West Brom away, and they are 7th. And then we've got Plymouth at home, and Plymouth are 19th. I've got to say, I'm not looking at any of those games and feeling confident. Possibly Birmingham. I don't know. How many points do you see us getting out of that lot?
I'd like to think all of them. I'm trying to be optimistic, but the ones that maybe West Brom's maybe want to be a bit worried about picking up. I'm not sure, but before these last 2 games, I would have thought we would have won at least 4 out of 5.
But give me a points total out of 15.
I don't know. I'm going to go 15.
Fucking hell, mate. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know. Sorry for swearing again, everybody. I know that they have, strong lager down there, and you think Foster's Natsby, but bloody hell, what you've been drinking? I don't know. It's late.
I was just trying to give you guys a laugh to cheer you up a little bit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm bookmarking that. Brad.
I think you'll have to bear with me and go through them again with me slowly, mate, because I can't really see who it is.
Well, so we've got Swansea away.
You mean Sheffield Wednesday?
We've got Sheffield Wednesday away, and they're 24th, so they're bottom. We've got West Brom away, and they are 7th. Plymouth at home, they are 19th. Millwall at home, and they are 15th. Birmingham away, and they are 18th.
$10 points. I think we'll lose to West Brom, and then I think we'll draw to Plymouth, but I think we'll win the other 3. Going off that performance, the wins are optimistic. It's only because you said it's Birmingham that the last one I'd have put us down for it because Wayne Rooney couldn't win a raffle if he was anyone to buy a ticket. So, although at the moment, cue Dr. Enzo to give them the win, but it's not looking good.
Well,
right now with
I'm not as optimistic as either of you two. Gray's gone for 12. Steve is on 10 or 11. I've gone for 6. Basing it on our last 2 performances, I think we should get 3 against Sheffield Wednesday. West Brom, I think we'll lose to West Brom. Plymouth, I think we'll get a draw. Millwall and Birmingham have gone for draws. So I've got us down for 6 points. And on the way that we've played today and yesterday, I think we'll be lucky to get that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Chris. We're probably a bit too blue tinted on me because I looked at you reading them out and I wrote W with Sheffield. I mean, that should be a given. If we're not, then we need to. If we don't beat Sheffield Wednesday, then there needs to be real, real questions asked. But out of them 5, I think I was thinking we've got to beat Birmingham and Sheffield, and then it's like, I mean, I've gone for a draw against Plymouth.
In fact, I do apologize. Ali Barber is right. Sorry, we've actually got Watford before we've got Sheffield.
Oh well, I tell you what. Then if I take the Birmingham game out of that, I think we get
leave the Birmingham game in, and we'll just make it out of 18 points.
Okay, then 9, 10, 3.
Luke, are you going for another win?
Yeah, we're going to win them all. We're going to extend Enzo's contract afterwards as well.
Jesus Christ, Luke.
We win them all. I'm going to look like a genius.
I tell you what, mate, I can't wait to come down to Australia and stay with you because I want to find out. I want some of what you're drinking. I really do.
I'll keep the card for you, mate. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, if we lose to Sheffield, get Claude Puel on the phone.
Yes. Or beg Rogers to come back. So what? So you're sticking with 18 out of 18, though, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go 15. I think that's a little bit more reasonable.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference, Brad.
I'm going to keep a little bit of blue tint on mine. I'm going to give us a draw against Watford, and that takes us up to 11 points.
11. Well, funnily enough, and I hate saying this, but I agree with you. And I'm going to go for a point off Watford as well. So I've gone for 7 out of 18, which is not promotion form. Gray says if we lose to Sheffield Wednesday, Ranieri is 3. I tell you what, I think Ian Holloway's 3, mate. I don't know about anybody else.
Bloody hell! I mean, is Craig Levine still looking for work?
No, he's actually just taken over at St Johnstone. The sad reason I know that is because I was on Carl Levy's show the other weekend, Horn and Levy podcast, or Levy and Horn. I can never remember which way round it is. And they're obviously based in Scotland. And I was saying that for some reason, I don't know why, St Johnstone are my Scottish team. And they just sacked the manager and they've just appointed Craig Levine. So I said Levine for St Johnstone, and then he went and got the job. So Levine for Leicester. That's what I say. Yeah. But let's right. Are we panicking too soon, Luke? I mean, I was disappointed in today's game. We've had over a week and a day to get it right. We haven't done. I'm not confident that we're going to make any changes for Watford, to be honest with you.
We're going to be forced to with Wiggs out. We're still top of the league, okay, by at least 2 games, is it not? And we've got 2. Yeah, well, okay, you're right with Ipswich, but in terms of everyone else in third onwards, we're still a couple of games free, and we're probably going to see Dennis Pratt come in, possibly Cannon. I think we are going to see some changes. I think McAteer started well and then got perpetually worse, and we're a little unlucky. And Fatawi seems to be the better option now due to him being injured for the time he's been gone. I thought, to be a bit more positive, I thought Kalechi had a much better second half. I thought his first half was poor.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Brad, I mean, looking at Watford today, they stuck 5 past Rotherham. We only just sneaked past them. Are we though? Have those blue tinted glasses been on too long? As in, we've looked at games and we've just managed to sneak it. When maybe we're thinking, we're winning, and it should be only just. Are we? And I said this last week, didn't I? Are we struggling because of how good we've been? Are we struggling because of our own success, if you like?
Maybe a little bit. I think today a few egos were checked. I think today a few players will have to put their hands up and say, "Yeah, I really let you down, lads." Today, some individuals didn't get it right, but ultimately as well, though, Chris. Ultimately today, if we can sit here as fans and maybe some of the players in the back of their minds are saying, "Oh, this isn't. I know we're getting results, but this isn't quite working. We've got out of jail against QPR, got out of jail against Sunderland. We've just lost to Leeds." Enzo has to take the responsibility for this decline. And look, we knew. I think we are a bit panicking because it's frustrating. You get used to winning and doing so well that when you have a few bad results, it's suddenly a bit, and that. But I think, we maybe needed this bad run. We weren't going to go the rest of the season not losing the game. We were eventually going to drop points away from home. And I think maybe that monkey was on the back a little bit in the heads that, well, no, Leicester, we can't lose away from home. We've not done it yet. We really need to make sure we're winning this and kind of putting the Leeds game to our back of our minds. So I think the players, we have to remember, we won't have too many players going away on international duty, will we? If I think Madsen goes away, Vestergaard, your love child will go away. I don't know if Iheanacho and Ndidi will be going away. I don't know. You know me with international football. I don't know who's playing what, so I don't even know if they've got a friendly or whatever. So I don't know if we'll have like a mass amount of players that leave us, or at least not first team players. And I think we really need to take this 2-week international break to regroup and kind of just say, right, let's put a pin in this passing style of football, because we know we can do it. We know we can play it well, and we know we can drag teams out of it. What we need to do now is this plan B. We're not talking about the artist plan B. We're talking about a plan B on the pitch. We need to have a style and a system, because that's what I mean by being panicked today, Chris. It took us to go 1-0 down in the 84th minute to go, oh, now I'll go 2 up front and make substitutions. That should have been something that in the back of his head he was telling them players, you've got 15 minutes to get in front of this game and give me a reason not to change it, because right now we are not good enough. We are not aggressive enough. We're trying to walk it in. I want us to be more decisive in what we're doing. And if we don't, I'm going to make some personnel changes and we're going to go to this shape if it's not working. And I just feel like some players rested on their laurels today.
I'm not sure about you here, Jeff. We will get back to winning ways after the break. We haven't got back to winning ways after a week. And the problem is we just looked exactly the same as when we played Leeds. There was no difference. And that's the thing. You're not looked at that game and gone, shit, we need to do something. It's like, well, we'll just do the same again. Same old, same old. We've won a few games playing that way this season. We've lost a few as well, Enzo. I'm going to ask you now, Luke, and then we'll see what Alan, who's messaged me from the ground. Your team performance.
2.
What?
2.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that, I've got to say. No, that was... I'm just looking at something to play for you here.
I don't believe it.
Brad?
I thought I was going to be a little bit harsh on them, because in reality, Middlesbrough had that free kick. They didn't test Madsen at all. So, they've gone on and won a game because of Leicester's inability to do anything decent in the final third, and they took a wonder free kick. But a loss is a loss. And for all the concerns and eyebrows we've raised at it, I have to give them a 4.
4. And I've got to say, their goalkeeper played really well. I mean, look at that save he made from Vestergaard in the first half. It was literally... I thought at the start it was quite an easy save, but when they showed it from behind the goal, he actually really had to stretch to get to it. And I think Vestergaard was unlucky not to double his tally this season. So there we go. I was actually quite worried with my score until Luke popped up with 2, because I was going to agree with you, Brad. God, we must stop this. I was going to give it a 4 as well, because apart from that 10 minutes in the second half from the 70th minute until they scored, when we were on top, 'cause I think their goal was against the run of play.
That was.
I thought, well, there's only one team going to score here. So I thought I was being bad with 4. But Luke, my God, he's the Simon Cowell of the of the panel here, isn't he? That probably doesn't mean anything to you, Luke. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
that's right, mate.
The world's hardest cricket.
He does things like the X Factor and Pop Idol and things like that. And
I know who you're talking about.
Simon you do. That's right. I just thought you
what
not.
Was that guy? Yeah.
Well, 6 from 6 from Alan. He's gone 6, which
He's drinking lager than me.
Yeah, it says here not the result we wanted, but we hang on to the top spot, and he's given the team 6. I think that's generous. But look, Alan was there. He saw everything that we didn't, and he sees a lot. So I do have to say that I think there's only been once in 3 seasons that Alan's been doing this, and I've actually overruled him. And that was to give it to Vestergaard for man of the match against Southampton. Apart from that, I've not overruled him. So obviously he sees a lot more than we do, in fairness. Man of the match, Luke.
Jesus.
No, he wasn't playing. If he had, we might have saved that goal because Jesus saves, of course. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to go Mads. I know he let that free kick. I don't think there's nothing he can do about it. Mads is the only player.
Post, I think, as well, didn't it?
Yeah. Can I ask one thing?
No.
We've been tested ever since Sunderland, and every game since then, Ndidi hasn't played. I know he's only one player, but still, how much do you put that down to Ndidi not playing?
Luke, Brad, I'll let you answer that because this is your favourite topic from the other night.
Yeah, I said we've discussed this on, and again, not shameless plug here. Go and check out the show where we discussed it more in depth after the Leeds game. But to give you a quick summary, a quick trailer, if you will, for that show, I think today we saw the opposite end of what we saw with Cassaday trying to do the Ndidi role. He's too attack-minded, whereas today Chowdhury did a great job mopping up. I can't begrudge him for giving that foul away because it needed to be done. I mean, the ball fell kindly to them, and to be fair, the referee got it wrong in a sense. I mean, I'm sure Middlesbrough fans have definitely forgiven him for it because he played advantage originally. But anyway, I thought, but he was too defensive. And this is the contrast. And again, I'm not going to say too much because I want to shamelessly plug that show for people to go over and get my tactical insight onto it. But we have missed that firepower from Ndidi, and I think this is. I hate to be critical to him because he's been Mr. Consistent all season. I think this is maybe where Spurs fans warned us about Harry Winks. He seems a bit timid to go forward and really drive at teams. And I think today, when we've got players like Ndidi missing from that team, he needs to take the midfield by the scruff of the neck and charge at them. He was so passive today, which is ironic to say passive when we're a passing side, but I think he was missed today, yeah.
Your man of the match?
I'm going to get stick for this, I think, but I'm going to give it Chowdhury. I think he was aggressive. I think he showed a bit of attitude that was missing from the rest of the players. I know people are going to say, yeah, but his free kick, his silly tackle led to the goal. Yeah, but if he takes that free kick 10 times over, he's not scoring it. No. So,
no. Like I said before, Chowdhury was dropped in that by Vestergaard. Vestergaard, for some reason, decides now would be a good time to play a back heel. Played Chowdhury into trouble. If Chowdhury had not made that tackle, it would have been a goal, I think, anyway, because the Borough player was through. You don't know that for sure, but no, I don't blame him for that at all. The reason I was smiling when you said Chowdhury, I bloody agree with you again. Can we stop doing this?
We've been spending too much time again together, Chris. This is it.
They say that when women spend too much time together, their periods sink, don't they? This must be our equivalent, Brad. And you know what? Do you know what? There we go. Chowdhury. Hamza was a fair shout, to be honest with you. We are missing Ndidi, though, like you say. Nate, look, that's a show on its own. That's a show on its own, mate. It really is. Guys, if you can stay on, Brad, I want to have a quick chat with you. Luke, thank you so very much. I know it's very late over there. It's probably about midnight, is it?
It's 10 to 2 in the morning.
Why do I think you're only 6 hours before?
It was 7 before, now it's 8. Yeah, so
8. I must remember it is 8 hours. You should have said I could have let you go, but thank you so very much for coming on. I've got to say to you that I don't know if you know, but your partner has followed me on Facebook and she says, please keep him talking as long as you can. He snores. I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying. You know.
I've got sleep apnea, so I go to bed like Darth Vader. I've got a mask.
Oh, my late father and stepfather-in-law had that, so you do have my sympathy. Just make me feel shit now because I said you snored at night. My God, that taking me down for a thing. Look, mate, Leicester City Down Under. Get over there, guys. Check his channel out. We had a great guest on this week. Can't remember who it was, but I know it was a fantastic show. And give him a subscribe. And give him a follow as well. Luke, thank you very much, sir. You get a weekend off next week. You can go shopping with the other half and take her out for a nice meal.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Catch you later, guys.
I think you'll appreciate it as well, I think. All the best, Luke. Take care, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
And Brad, Leicester Till I Die 2, LTID TV 2. Get over there. Give that a subscribe. He's going to be coming back soon. He's personal problems. He's not been able to do the shows. I don't know if it'll be this week or next week, but he will be coming back with the Leicester women's football shows. Quizzes as well. We have got a quiz actually coming up next week, but it's on this channel because it's Neil doing his Leicester quiz that he managed to get out. Well, it got out of last time because I wasn't very well. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday night. I don't know, football next week, so it doesn't matter. So go and give LTID TV 2 a subscribe. And check Brad out. He needs checking out, I'll tell you.
I do.
I'm going to go off and wash my mouth out with some mouthwash after all my bad language. Calm myself down. I might just have a takeaway, have some fish and chips or something, and have a takeaway. I said I actually promised myself if we win, I'll have a takeaway. But I think if we lose, I need one more.
Yeah. Definitely, mate. It's definitely it'll be a sad takeaway. Comfort food, they call it, don't they? That's it.
Yeah,
have some comfort food.
Exactly. Bloody, if I'm putting weight on, Enzo, it's your fault. We'll come back against Watford with winning ways. That's where we're going to be confident. Foxes never quit. Brad, I'll chat to you in a minute, sir. Thank you so very, very much.
No problem, mate.
And we've all got a week off. Well, I've not. I'm back on Wednesday with Neil. Looking forward to that. I do need to finish his questions. I never finished his questions last time. Thanks, Steve. Thanks to everybody that was in the chat. Really, really do appreciate it. If you have been new and you've liked it, subscribed. I do apologise for the language. It was a few F words I did let slip. I'm not going to deny it. But I think it's just that we played so well that this really has been a disappointment. But look, in Enzo we trust. The players will come good. Maybe one day even I'll come good. I will see you all, if not before, Wednesday night, 9 o'clock for Neil's, 7 o'clock, sorry, for Neil's quiz. Take care. Have a good rest of the weekend. And we've got England on Friday playing Malta. Good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.